Two-seamer, slider, changeup. Split.
Major League Baseball Productions presents This Week in Baseball, the show that goes beyond the game.
Go! Swung at it, belted! Oh, my God! This one is over.
Hey-oh. 2 months into the season, the 2010 campaign sure looks like a year of the pitcher, with a number of dominant performances already in the books.
It's a Rocky Mountain high and a no-hitter.
Dallas Sprain just thrown a perfect game.
There are currently 24 starting pitchers with an ERA under 3. No season is finished with that many in nearly 30 years.
They are seeing a real fine pitchers duel.
So what better time than now to focus on pitchers? We'll show you some of the best who toe the rubber and the nasty pitches they love to throw.
Nasty, ridiculous, unfair.
But first, let's get a grip on grips. The kind the Major League's top hurlers use to throw their most effective pitches.
You know, there's some guys that are always playing around every day, trying to find new grips and new pitches.
Every guy's hands are different. Every guy has bigger hands, shorter hands, long fingers, skinny fingers. So certain things you get taught and then you have to adapt.
It is kind of a feel thing. You know, you have to be comfortable with the grip that you have. I mean, there's so many different grips for each pitch.
And no pitch is thrown more often than the fastball.
Obviously, you start with the basics, four-seamer.
Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Verlander stayed with the fastball.
This is my four-seamer. I think my fingers are a little closer together than traditionally. Some guys like to get out here a little bit. What are we going to throw in the debut? Four-seamers?
I throw a four-seam fastball. I developed it because I used to throw a two-seam fastball that didn't sink, cut, do nothing. So I turned the ball and grabbed it four-seam. And I've started having a lot more success by knowing where the ball's going and locating the ball.
Strike three.
Almost 60% of all pitches thrown are fastballs, but not all of them are of the four-seam variety.
Two-seam fastball, and just about everyone in the league throws their fingers in between the two seams, the 11 right here.
Just in between these two seams.
Two-seam fastball, more like a no-seam.
I don't have no control where that sucker's going, so I just modified it, where if he just kind of went up here, I just grabbed these seams. For me, it seems like it will move.
Swing and miss. He got in with a fastball.
Every pitcher, not named Mariano, needs a second pitch, and the curveball is sometimes their weapon of choice.
Bench Sheets, curveball, pretty not fun.
Big curveball from Sheets.
This is my curveball. I hold it with the horseshoe open away. I developed that with the curveball in the backyard, just playing around with friends.
There's Matt Cain, brilliant young pitcher for the Giants.
I hold mine in the horseshoe, trying to put pressure on my middle finger and trying to grind the ball forward or end over end.
Break the ball, gets him looking.
Curveball, just right there.
Curveball in there.
Changeup is one that I'm trying to talk to Harden a lot about his changeup. He's got a good one.
He dropped the changeup right in the middle of the plate.
I throw a four-seam changeup, a circle change, so you're making a circle with these two fingers, and basically I hold it really, really loose, throw it hard, and it actually acts more like a split for me.
This changeup is so deceptive.
But no pitch baffles hitters more than the knuckleball. And here's how you do it.
This Week in Baseball, teaching you how to throw the knuckleball.
When you hold a knuckleball, I hold it with two fingers inside the horseshoe like this. It's pressed up against my palm. The whole idea is to throw a pitch without any spin. As you throw it, you let go with your thumb and ring finger and guide it out with your index finger and your middle finger and hopefully take the spin off of it.
Swing and a miss. Marquez for the big cut.
We'll touch base with Wakefield later in the show. In this, a year of the pitcher, where shutouts, perfect games, and minuscule ERAs fill the bill. This Week in Baseball is brought to you by the Pepsi Refresh Project. Thousands of ideas, millions in grants.
CC looks a bit rattled out there, and Dave Island is coming out for a visit.
Dave, I think we should put an organic garden in that bullpen.
I think we should organize a group hug for all of New York.
Mobile classrooms, that was your idea, wasn't it?
How about a pizza party for all of Pittsburgh?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Senior prom for senior citizens.
I don't know about that one.
Pepsi's spending millions to fund refreshing ideas. Vote for ideas you care about at refresheverything.com.
See that girl in the stands? She got some great ideas.
Can you imagine the game played on anything less than the most beautiful grass you've ever seen? Neither can we. Scott's, official lawn care company of Major League Baseball.
Fox Wednesday, the dance premier event continues in LA and Chicago. With the most hip-shaking, head-aching, breathtaking,
you look great,
dance episode ever. So you think you can dance? All new 2-hour event. Wednesday at 8/7 Central on Fox.
Now that we know how pitchers throw their best stuff, we got to wondering which of them has the nastiest pitch in the game.
Nastiest pitch in the game? That's a good question.
I need to think about it. Not answering that.
Well, that's nasty. Nasty slider.
And that's just pain, nasty.
That one just disappeared.
There's one guy on each team that have a pitch when they're going good that's pretty unbelievable.
Oh, my goodness. Wow, that had some nasty break to it. Just totally fooled.
If I had to pick one, you got to go with probably Roy Halladay.
CC Sabathia.
Javier Vasquez.
Johan Santana.
Matt Garza.
Brandon Webb.
Brad Ledge.
Gosh, there's a lot of guys that throw some nasty stuff.
Well, let's take our nasty pitch roll call one step at a time and ask which southpaw comes to mind.
It was from a lefty, a guy by the name of Johan Santana. The changeup is pretty nasty.
Struck him out. And a good changeup for Santana.
Bugs Bunny changeup. Just never gets there. It's one of those pitches, it looks like the hitter can swing 3 times before it even gets to the plate.
The thing about Santana's changeup is that you can know it's coming, and you still can't hit it. That's how good it is.
Swing and a miss. He got him for the second time with that changeup.
Was that a changeup?
It's changeup.
Johan's has got a lot of fade and a lot of dip away.
That's just a nasty changeup.
It's a lot more effective from the guys that have the high velocity.
But the fact is, you don't need velocity to make major league hitters knuckle under to your stuff.
Wakefield's always an adventure. You never know what that ball's going to do.
Wakefield's knuckleball is just moving all over the place.
A swing and a miss.
Look at the action on that knuckleball.
I hate it. You're looking for spin and having some velocity, and all of a sudden this thing comes out at you, and all you see is one seam, and you don't know where it's gone.
And that's an embarrassing strike.
I wish he would retire already.
Boy, that was nasty.
For some hitters, the nastiest pitches are thrown by a couple of guys who are a long way from retirement.
The nastiest pitch, probably a Zach Greinke slider.
Here's that hard slider again. Nasty slider from Greinke. They always swing.
Swung on and missed. Nasty slider.
And they're not making good swings on it.
Zach Greinke, his stuff is pretty electric.
Got him.
His slider is one of the best ones that have been thrown right now.
I'm going to lie so that he thinks that I don't want to see this pitch, but fastball down the middle from Tim Lincecum is the nastiest pitch I've ever seen.
God dang it. 96 right out of bed just to say, hey, I'm Tim Lincecum. My goodness, he's good. Just been abused by that pitch. That was a filthy breaking ball.
Does Lincecum have a changeup?
Changeup struck him out swinging. That is just too good.
I don't know where he discovered this changeup from. It's changed a lot of hitters' perspective on how he pitches.
Sped a guy's bat up, and then to slow it down, hitters have zero chance.
Whatever that pitch is you throw, the inventor pitch, that's like a changing knuckle split, whatever it is, it's a pretty good pitch.
Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes, and he flew it right by him.
All of them. Every pitch I face got nasty pitches.
Breaking ball for a strike 3 ball. That is a nasty pitch. Wow, that had some nasty break.
Pitchers nowadays are so good. I mean, top to bottom, they're so talented, and everyone has a bunch of good, talented pitchers. So it's not easy.
Nasty, ridiculous, unfair.
He got him.
That's just a nasty, nasty pitch.
And now it's time for Twibia. In his first 100 games, Tim Lincecum had 10 or more strikeouts 22 times. So we asked Raleigh Fingers if he knew who, in the last half-century, had the most double-digit strikeout games in his first 100. Dwight Gooden, Don Wilson, Hideo Nomo, or Kerry Wood?
Wow. I would probably have to say, I'd have to go with Dwight Gooden.
Well, Raleigh sure has his finger on the pulse of pitchers, for Doc had 10 or more Ks 31 times in his first 100 games.
All right.
Next up, Holiday Inn presents Winning Road Trips, where we salute teams and players that have a knack for coming up big away from home. If you're talking Road Warrior, you're talking about Clay Buchholz.
Curveball swung on and missed. He struck him out.
Dating back to last year, Clay's won his last 8 starts on the road, the longest current streak in the majors.
Swung on and a miss, strike 3.
And Buchholz gets the job done.
Hey, babe. Hey, Frank.
Hey, Dad. Check out these calculators. Cool.
Checklists.
Videos.
Articles.
Worksheets. Tips.
Strategies.
They got tools. Tools. One website to help you save a little money, make a plan.
Stay on budget.
Put some money in the bank. This will help me get your act together.
Oh.
Yeah. Stay on top of bills.
Have some breathing room.
Reduce taxes.
This is how we can get ahead of it. Get started at bankofamerica.com/solutions.
Perfect.
There's one reason why over the past 100 years, generations of men have trusted Gillette. When it comes to shaving, we've given them our best. And on June 6th, we'll give them something even better.
Save $523. 16 minutes could save you 16%. Come on. Isn't it time an auto insurer gave it to you straight? That's why you should talk to State Farm. But not yet. First, talk to any one of the 40 million drivers who already have State Farm. 40 million. Yeah, that's more than Geico and Progressive combined. By a lot. 40 million drivers, more savings, and discounts up to 40%. Where else are you going to get discounts like that?
Call an agent at 1-800-STATE-FARM or go online.
Built with quality and backed with the best coverage in America, including a 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. That's 40,000 more miles than Ford. Chevy Silverado Half-Ton, a Consumer's Digest Best Buy, and the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size pickups on the road.
During spring event, get 0% APR for 72 months on 2010 Silverado half-ton models with an average finance savings of around $6,000.
Take care of your engine, and it'll go far. One way I can take care of my engine, One-A-Day Men's, a complete multivitamin for my overall health. Plus, now it supports my heart health and helps maintain healthy blood pressure.
Whoa.
Kind of makes your heart race, huh?
Rivals clash at Wrigley as the Cardinals battle the Cubs. Fox Saturday Baseball, today, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific.
Time now for the Pepsi Refresh Project, where we take a fresh look at the men and moments in Major League history that helped change the world. From breaking down barriers to building up communities, Pepsi pays tribute to the power of refreshing ideas.
Here's a name that is one of the brightest lights in modern baseball.
As we honor those who fought for this nation, let's look back to a true patriot and pitching prodigy.
Baseball is not a game known for its prodigies, and Bob Feller is the only pure prodigy ever to come to baseball.
He was only 17 in 1936 when he struck out 17 in his 5th Major League start, drawing comparisons to one of the best.
With the fastest ball since Walter Johnson, Feller is already one of the great strikeout pitchers of the game.
No matter how hard you throw, the ball has to have a little hop to it or a tail on it when it gets to the plate.
Feller fanned 1,233 batters before he turned 23, 525 more than Johnson at the same age. But who knows what might have been.
Bob Feller did throw hard, and he won a lot of games, but nobody ever talks about years that he lost while he served with the Navy.
Flash, Washington. The White House announces Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor.
I went to Chicago to sign my contract for 1942, and the war broke out that day, and I knew I was going to join.
Bob enlisted in the Navy immediately following the attack on Pearl Harbor. Baseball would have to wait.
And I sworn as a chief petty officer and went to the battleship Alabama. I was a gun captain on anti-aircraft batteries.
And Feller played a major role defending his country against the Japanese.
Our 3rd Fleet shot down over 470 Japanese aircraft, and that was the end of the Japanese Naval Air Force.
Bob returned to the mound in 1945. But he would never get back those years the war took away.
Feller, top of his career, missed 4, so you could probably add somewhere between 90 to 110 wins.
Feller continued to put together a Hall of Fame career, but it was the 4 years he spent off the field that he is most proud of.
I don't care about my legacy in baseball. I just want to be called a good American who happened to be a ball player and fought for his country, greatest country on earth.
For more information on how you can refresh the world, log on to Pepsi Refresh Project at refresheverything.com to submit your ideas or to vote. Help make the world a better place. Our XM Radio Call of the Week comes from Washington, D.C., where the Nationals have blossomed into an exciting team, thanks to moments like this.
The pitch. Swinging a long drive, left center field. Way back, going, it's over. Josh Willingham wins it. The Nationals win the Battle of the Beltways series in dramatic fashion.
Which brings us to Gillette's Rookie of the Month, honoring the top rookies in both leagues each month of the season.
Welcome to the show!
In his first 9 starts this year, Jaime Garcia has a 1.14 ERA.
How about that? Jaime Garcia strikes out the side.
That's second best among all Major League starters.
My goodness, he's good.
This Week in Baseball is brought to you by the Pepsi Refresh Project. Thousands of ideas, millions in grants.
CC looks a bit rattled out there, and Dave Island is coming out for a visit.
Dave, I think we should put organic garden in that bullpen.
I think we should organize a group hug for all of New York.
Mobile classrooms, that was your idea, wasn't it?
How about a pizza party for all of Pittsburgh?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Senior prom for senior citizens. I don't know about that one.
Pepsi's spending millions to fund refreshing ideas. Vote for ideas you care about at refresheverything.com.
See that girl in the stands? She got some great ideas.
Everything worth listening to is on Sirius XM. The most commercial-free music. Play-by-play of every major sport. The best in talk, news, and entertainment. Everything you love, everything you want. Plus, new things to discover on over 130 channels. Hear what over 35 million listeners can't get enough of, including Major League Baseball on XM. Hear every team and every game. Plus, our exclusive 24/7 baseball talk channel, Sirius XM.
Let's go. You guys are useless. Donkey. Does it have to be this painful?
Hell's Kitchen. Feel the heat. Viewer discretion advised. Premieres this Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Upgrade your bathroom with great products from Menards. Bathe in luxury with a new Lions tub. This classic tub and shower system has built-in armrests for added comfort, only $298. This extra large 48 by 34-inch shower system is $379. Add the finishing touch to your bath with a new Pace vanity. This 24-inch King James style with oak finish is $119. The 30-inch plantation birch vanity is only $229.
Save big money at Menards.
To play good baseball, you've got to execute the fundamentals of the game.
Fundamentals, youngsters. Keep working at it. Uh-huh.
And who better to learn from than the experts at MLB Network with this week's Diamond Demo.
Hi, this is Al Leiter, and your Diamond Demo today is what is a balk.
Leiter stepped toward home plate and threw to first base. A pretty glaring step off.
As a left-handed pitcher, there's a few things you can't do. You can't cross your foot on the pitcher's rubber and go to first base.
We got a balk right there.
You have to make sure you come to a discernible stop.
He kind of started into a set position and then tried to step off the rubber, but the balk had been called.
There's an imaginary 45-degree line to the first base line.
Andy Pettit with that trademark move.
If you go beyond that, you're deceiving the runner. That also is a balk.
That's a balk.
Also, you have to make sure that you release your back foot off the rubber to throw to any other base.
He made a spin move. He was still in contact with the rubber. He didn't step off.
Biggest thing I could say is, as a left-hander, you have to come to a stop. Don't cross the pitcher's rubber, and keep a consistent leg kick. I'm Al Leiter. That was your Diamond Demo. I'll see you next week on Twib.
This one's going to do it. She is out of here.
Our State Farm Big League Blast this week comes courtesy of Brandon Phillips, who reached a home run milestone at home.
Phillips swings and busts one out towards center field. Will this tie this game? Yes, it will. Home run.
Career home run number 100 for Brandon Phillips, and he couldn't have picked a better time to get it.
And this Pirate's been stealing games left and right.
Domit swings, he drives it to right. This ball is back. Gone! A walk-off home run, Ryan Domit.
Domit's first 4 home runs this year came in the 8th inning or later. And this week, so did his 5th.
Here's a shot into right center field by Domit, and that one will give the Pirates the lead.
And that ball stayed on the inner half, and he pounded it.
Fans, you can go all out for your community. Find out how to get your local ballpark chosen to receive a big league makeover and how to win a new Chevy by logging on to ChevyBaseball.com. Chevy and Scott's, building diamonds and dreams.
Yo no sé lo que me espera.
Here at TWIP, we pay tribute to one of our favorite players, Jose Lima, a man who played the game with both passion and flair.
I like to show my emotion up there. When I strike out a guy, you know, I do my dance in the mountain. I don't want to do it. It's my body. It's like, I'm so hyped about it. It's like I enjoy everything that I do. Que yo te amo. Lima time, baby, Lima time!
He struck him out.
He just seems to be enjoying playing Major League Baseball.
It's fun to watch.
Yeah, he is.
I struck him out when I did. Yeah! You know, it's like I don't know, it's coming out of my system. It's something that I can help it. That's the way I am.
There's a guy who's really into the game.
Jose made friends on every team in baseball, thanks in great part to his upbeat attitude and eternal optimism.
Down by 3 runs. It's time to do Lima, do the rally cap.
Lima showing a lot of animation out there.
If it's working, I keep it there for the whole inning. I just like to get my team, going. I walk back and forth, Come on, guys, you can do it. Come on, guys. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Bang! We score some wrong, I get the fans going. Let's go! Shit! Let's go! I like to cheer, I like to be the clown.
I want to finish this with the handshake, okay? How do we do it?
They go like this,
this,
lock,
then go,
2 times,
then go,
13 years in the big leagues. Jose, Lima time.
CC looks a bit rattled out there, and Dave Island is coming out for a visit.
Dave, I think we should put organic garden in that bullpen.
I think we should organize a group hug for all of New York.
Mobile classrooms, that was your idea, wasn't it?
How about a pizza party for all of Pittsburgh?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Senior prom for senior citizens.
I don't know about that one.
Pepsi's spending millions to fund refreshing ideas. Vote for ideas you care about at refresheverything.com.
See that girl in the stands? She got some great ideas.
There's one reason why over the past 100 years, generations of men have trusted Gillette. When it comes to shaving, we've given them our best. And on June 6th, we'll give them something even better.
I like your messy hair. I like the clothes you wear. I like the way you sing. And when you dance with me, you always make me smile. I don't know why.
We believe you're at your best when you can truly be yourself. And at Holiday Inn Express, you always can. Holiday Inn Express. Stay you.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Really? A sandwich to a restaurant again? Seriously?
Yeah. I need to save money somehow.
Unreal.
What? The things people do to save money these days, when they could just call State Farm. You see, State Farm insures 40 million drivers. That's more than Geico and Progressive combined. So talk to the people you trust. Then call an agent at 1-800-STATE-FARM. Or go online and see how you could get discounts up to 40%.
Wait. When you're on a date, you bring 2 of those? Oh.
No.
To stay on top of my game after 50, I switched to a complete multivitamin with more. Only one a day, Men's 50 Plus Advantage has ginkgo for memory and concentration. plus support for heart health. That's a great call.
One-a-day men's.
It's a heated rivalry at Wrigley as Pujols leads the Cardinals against the Cubs. Fox Saturday Baseball, today, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific.
And now it's time for How About That and the plays of the week. Set to the sounds of Orange Avenue and their song, Just Refrain.
That'll be on TV tonight, folks. Make sure you're watching.
Mic check, mic check.
What's up, baby?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, let's go ahead and go, boys.
Ludwig is back. He makes the catch. Oh, what a play against the wall. And a tremendous catch.
Nelly Cruz leaping and he got it.
Oh, yeah.
Great catch by Casilla. A double play.
Oh, there he is.
And he is red hot. No doubter.
Some of that love.
Brendan Harris a little spooked by the squirrel.
Is that crazy or what?
Wow. Okay, how many highlight reels will that make?
No kidding.
At the wall, he looks up, it's off the wall. Oh, Dexter lost his glove. This is when it goes to glove number 2.
That's terrible, dog.
Uribe lines one.
Caught! Jumping up at second, Mark Ellis.
The defense does the job.
He leaps, and the ball off his glove. He can't make the catch.
So Adam Jones takes advantage of a hot-headed move.
Desmond, a diving stop. Oh, what a play.
Diving stop by Teixeira.
My boy, Danny.
It is gone!
There she goes. Please do not throw that pitch again. Oh, my, did he get a hold of that one?
What a play! Goodness gracious. Fastball, strike 3 call. Hard going back at the wall. Makes a leaping game-saving catch.
And that's a wrap.
This Week in Baseball has been sponsored by Pepsi, by Bank of America, Chevy, Gillette, Holiday Inn, One a Day, Scott's, SiriusXM, and by State Farm. Be sure to keep up with TWIB on both Facebook and Twitter. For This Week in Baseball, I'm Buzz Brainerd. So long, everybody.
It's a heated rivalry at Wrigley as Pujols leads the Cardinals against the Cubs. Fox Saturday Baseball, today, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific.
The office is branching out.
I feel very blessed.
And they're delivering the goods 5 times a week.
That's what she said.
The Office.
Weeknights at 10 on Fox 18. Congratulations to Whitney Weathington of Davenport, winner of Fox 18's Dashboard Idol.
Ain't that Mister on the radio, stereo.
Whitney won $1,800 courtesy of Dahl Ford, B100, and Fox 18.
The best pre-owned cars and trucks at the best price. Get to Erickson's premier pre-owned outlet today.
How I Met Your Mother, coming this fall to Fox 18.
My mission, to destroy high prices. It's Operation Elimination this month at Reynolds Ford. The lot of Reynolds is loaded with new Ford cars, trucks, and crossovers, and we need to eliminate 200. 2010 F-150, save $87.35. 2010 Focus, save $36.11. 2010 Escape, save $43.91. 2010 Fusion, save $40.45. 0% financing, huge selection, and low monthly payment. We've got the product and the deal. We're eliminating high prices this month at Reynolds Ford.
This is Jason. Jason is a full-time student with a part-time job. He lives in town with his roommates. Between school, work, and his social life, there aren't many minutes left in Jason's day, but he still wants to know what's going on. That's why he watches the Fox 18 9 o'clock news. Because after all that studying, tables bust, and texting his girlfriend, he can still get his local news, weather, and sports in time for him to hit the sack and make it to his 8 a.m. class. And that's news catered to Jason's life. The Fox 18 9 o'clock news. It's your news. Keeping Hollywood real. TMC, weeknights at 9:30 on Fox 18.
Fox Soccer Channel. The Big Ten Network. Speed. Fuel TV. FSN. And Fox Sports. The greatest collection of sports networks in the world.
We are Fox Sports! Want to start Memorial Day weekend off right? Well, Fox Saturday Baseball is next. One of the game's oldest rivalries is in Wrigley, when the Cubs take on King Albert and the Cardinals. And guess who's in first place? The Rangers. They head to the new digs in Minnesota. Can Vlad keep swinging a hot bat against the Twins? Ichiro's bat is always red hot. But is that enough to get the Mariners back on track? We're in sunny SoCal when the M's take on the Halos. So get ready, because Fox Saturday Baseball starts right now. Welcome to the Budweiser pregame show on Fox. Budweiser, it's what we do. It is another spectacular Saturday in Southern California on this Memorial Day weekend. We're at the Big A, where the Mariners and Angels are still looking for that right combination to move up in the AL West. The holiday's a time where good friends get together, like Sean Figgins. Back in the Big A for the first time since inking that free agent deal with the Mariners, saying hi to his old infield mates. And with that, we say hi to you here on Fox Saturday Baseball, presented to you by Budweiser. In just a few minutes, some of you are going to stay right here in Anaheim to see if King Felix can finally get it going against Jared Weaver and the Halos. Most of you will send off to the north side of Chicago for a battle between the Cards and the Cubs. That's right, Albert Pujols, he seems recharged since his May power outage. 5 RBIs in his last 2 games. Meanwhile, Alfonso Soriano leading all Triple Crown categories for the Cubs. The rest of you are off to Minnesota for a first-place battle. Is there a better bounce-back story than Vlad Guerrero? He's in the top 5 in the AL in batting. Homers and RBIs. And Joe Mauer, well, he's just being Joe Mauer this season. Obviously, we will keep you updated with all the scores and highlights, including what's happening in the Bronx, where the Yankees lead the Indians 10-5 in the 7th. But the big news is what happened to the Indians left-hander David Huff, and I have to warn you, the video here is pretty graphic. It's in the 3rd inning. Alex Rodriguez is at the plate. Huff delivers. Rodriguez right off of Huff's head. Hit him above the left ear. He did not lose consciousness. That's the good news. Taken to New York Presbyterian Hospital, where he checked out fine. CT scan was negative, and as you can see, he gave the thumbs up to the crowd as he departed the field. Well, it is Memorial Day weekend, and few sports are as closely intertwined with the military as baseball. Bob Feller, Ted Williams, Hank Greenberg, all Hall of Famers who did their time in the military even during their playing days. And that fact is not lost on today's ball players. In fact, many of them wanted to give a shout out to our troops.
On behalf of myself and everyone in Major League Baseball, we'd like to thank the troops for doing what you do and keeping our home safe.
Just know that everybody over here appreciates all you do. You guys are true American heroes. We can't thank you enough for the service to our country, for allowing us to have the opportunity to live freely.
Continue the hard work. Make it home soon. God bless you.
All us baseball players as a whole are cheering for you and supporting you, and can't wait to see you back here on the mainland sometime soon.
Without you guys, none of this would be possible. You are the true heroes of America.
Much respect to you guys and all the troops that are out there around the world fighting for our freedom.
Just want to thank you veterans and troops out there for supporting our country. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty special what you guys do.
Hopefully you guys will be back soon to be with your families, but I definitely appreciate what you're doing for me and mine.
We'll see you back home safely, see you at the ballpark, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We thank you.
Well, we obviously echo those sentiments and say thanks to all the proud men and women who serve our country so well. Thank you for everything you do. Now, enjoy a little baseball. Some of you are going to see the Mariners out here in sunny Southern California. Others are off to see the Cards. battle the Cubs on the north side. The rest get the Rangers and the Twins. First pitch coming your way next on Fox Saturday Baseball. Enjoy.
You're watching Major League Baseball on Fox.
It's reality TV at its best at Green Chevrolet, where the savings are real, the 0% is real, the $5,000 in rebates are real, the credit solutions are real. Over 1,000 real deal vehicles are on the lot. On all new Impalas in stock, you'll save $5,000 or get 0% for 72 months. And now 2010 Malibus for the real deal price of $17,988 or 0% for 60 months at Green Chevrolet, Avenue of the Seas in East Moline.
You could win up to $25,000 with the Silver Ticket from the Iowa Lottery. Use non-winning tickets for Silver Ticket savings or enter them for cash prizes at Silver Ticket Cash Tops at 25 must-see Iowa events. It's our silver anniversary, but it's your celebration.
The next Powerball jackpot is really big. It's more of what you play Powerball and Mega Millions for. Don't miss out. Play both today.
It is a beautiful day, whether you are on Lake Michigan, in this great city, or in this wonderful ballpark. For this rivalry, the Chicago Cubs, the St. Louis Cardinals, and it's all for you today, right here on Fox. And now welcome to the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Joe Buck. That is Tim McCarver. And, well, happy Memorial Day weekend to you. And as we play here at the end of the month of May, you want to give the folks a few things that have jumped out at you so far this season.
Well, the game of baseball is full of surprises. I mean, before the season began, had you told us that the Cardinals would not be in first place at the end of May, or that Albert Pujols would have only 2 home runs in the month of May, and that Carlos Silva would be the best pitcher on the Cubs, would have said, get out of here. No way. But that's true.
It is.
It is.
It is. Carlos Silva is on the mound today for the Cubs. Adam Ottavino will make his Major League debut today for the St. Louis Cardinals. You know the faces, you know the names, you know the history, you know what goes into this thing, the fun that'll be had in this ballpark, and maybe for you at home. Let's take a break. Come back. Baseball on the other side on Fox.
Hey, Nolan Ryan.
How you doing?
Good. You need some help on your lawn project?
It needs some big league help.
Scott's is the official lawn care company of Major League Baseball. And here at Lowe's, we can show you how to get winning results at home.
I played on a lot of great fields in my day, and I want that same big league look for my lawn.
Excuse me, can I have your autograph, please?
Sure. What's your name?
Actually, his autograph, if you don't mind.
Cast your Scott's MLB All-Star ballot and enter for a chance to win a VIP All-Star Week experience.
Go easy on him. He's a legend.
No matter what life throws at you, you can take the heat till it turns into heartburn. You've got what it takes. Zantac. It's strong, fast, lasting relief. So let him turn up the heat. You can stop that heartburn cold. Zantac.
Looks clean. But look below the surface. Your mouth is no different. Just brushing leaves germs behind. Adding Listerine Antiseptic cleans deeper to penetrate and kill more germs. Listerine. Clean deeper, get healthier.
Got to measure twice.
Hey, what's up? It's your TV. I unplugged your cable to show you something that'll blow your mind. DirecTV. With DirecTV, you can watch all your games at once. Watch basketball, hockey, tennis, whatever, all at the same time. 8 screens on your TV. It's like being at a sports bar, but you're not. You're on the couch, at home, in your tighties. Nice. Give them a call and check out that deal. DirecTV. It'll change your life.
Welcome to Progressive. Nice calculator.
I'm just trying to save money on my car insurance.
You know, with Progressive, you get the option to name your price.
Is that even possible?
Absolutely. Trade?
And I still get great service?
More like super great. Oh, you have a message. Hello.
Calculator humor.
I'll be here all week. I will. That was my schedule.
The freedom to name your price. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
MLB Network's putting our game face on, bringing you more live baseball action in 2010.
with Thursday night baseball and Saturday night baseball every week all season long. Want more? We've got matinee games, doubleheaders, and key matchups as the pennant races take shape. Plus, every night, MLB Tonight takes you inside the park with look-ins to live games. We're serious about live baseball action. MLB Network in 2010. We've got our game face on. Do you?
Look at that, 77 degrees. It's sunny. The wind is blowing in. It's been blowing in a lot this season here at Wrigley Field. Great day out on the lake, and this game is brought to you by Budweiser, official beer of the thirst inning. The beer that starts with full flavor and ends with a crisp, clean finish. Budweiser, it's what we do. How about the Taco Bell starting lineup for the St. Louis Cardinals? Tony La Russa put pen to paper and came up with this. Felipe Lopez leads off. He's at short. Ryan Ludwig is in right field batting second. Then Albert Pujols and Matt Holliday, the 3-4 combination. Colby Rasmus backs up Holliday. Then David Freese, the rookie's having a great season. Yadier Molina does the catching. Skip Schumacher batting eighth. And Adam Ottavino makes his major league debut here today at Wrigley Field. And here is Carlos Silva, a record of 6-0, makes his 10th start, and you just talked about him. He's been the big surprise for the Cubs so far this season.
He won 5 games in 2008 and 2009, and in 2 months he has won one more than that. A guy who stays ahead, gets left-handed batters out very well. He's walked only 11, and he's trying to become 7-0 for the first time for the Cubs to begin the season since 1934. That's a long time.
It's a long time. That was the sprint pitcher profile for Carlos Silva. And there is Lou Piniella, who we talked to before the game. And here comes Felipe Lopez. We'll talk about Lou, talk about his situation here with the Cubs. Had a great first 2 years, won the division, back-to-back seasons. They've been about a 500 ball club since the end of 08. And off we go here today at Wrigley. Felipe Lopez takes the ball high. Typically, Carlos Silva is a strike throwing machine. 31-year-old Venezuelan right-hander. Had 2 miserable years with Seattle and was a major disappointment after signing a big contract to go to the Mariners. And they basically swapped him for a headache, Milton Bradley, going to the Pacific Northwest. That's strike 2 on Felipe Lopez. Will be followed by Ryan Ludwig and then Albert Pujols. Ludwig is on a 13-game hitting streak here at Wrigley. Went deep yesterday. Here's a 1-2 pitch to the right side. Easy for Derek Lee, former Gold Glove Award winner, to the bag, 1 out. Let's take a look at the defense for the Cubs. It's brought to you by Scott's. In the outfield, they have Alfonso Soriano, Marlon Byrd, and Kosuke Fukudome in right. Fontenot, the rookie, the 20-year-old, Starlin Castro at short. Ryan Theriot, Derek Lee. Coy Hill was a late addition to the lineup as Giovanni Soto is sick. He is available today but not able to start. And it's Coy Hill catching Silva, who's retired the first hitter. And here's Ludwig. Takes strike 1. 70% of first pitches are strikes this season from Carlos Silva. So if you're the Cardinals, go up there ready to swing it. That's inside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's extraordinary. I mean, 7 out of 10 pitches thrown on the first pitch, regardless of what they were, have been strikes. That leads the major leagues, by the way.
That's a late swing and a foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. They're the last 13 games here at this park for Ryan Ludwig. Big average, went deep yesterday. His 6th home run during the 13-game hitting streak. Overall this season, hitting .290 as he takes ball 2 down and away. Here's yesterday. And this took it from 5-1 to 7-1, and that's the way it ended as the Cardinals took game 1 of this weekend series. Here's a 2-2. Full count. 93 with a fastball from Silva. Cardinals start the day 28-21, a game behind Cincinnati. Cincinnati won big last night, and the Cubs are 3 games under 500, 2 out. As Silva rings up strikeout number 1. How about the 4 keys to the game, Tim? What do you think?
the Cardinals trying to rally around the rookie, Adam Ottavino. And as far as the Cubs are concerned, forget about hockey. Concentrate on baseball.
Sure, that might apply to most in this city.
Yeah.
Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals is tonight at the United Center with the Blackhawks and the Flyers. That's the ball inside to Albert Pujols.
We ran into the Flyers last night at a restaurant eating dinner, and your buddy Chris Pronger, I beg your pardon, came over to the table and said hello. What a big guy he is.
Huge guy, great defenseman, and he's got his name on that cup, trying to do it for the second time in his career. And the Flyers have been a remarkable story as the strike is into Pujols 2-1. Obviously a red hot club coming into the finals, but the Blackhawks have just been building all year. And they'll be tough to beat. That's fouled, backing out of play 2-2. Tony La Russa, the Cardinal manager, is toying with the idea of going to the game tonight. And in my judgment and in my opinion, there is nothing like the Stanley Cup Finals, that end-to-end action. If you have a rooting interest in it, it's exhilarating. That's in under the hands of Pujols, who fouls it over the Cub dugout. Still 2-2.
Just like this rivalry, the Cards and the Cubs.
Ottavino will get a taste of it momentarily. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on for St. Louis in the first. And another foul by Pujols. Tim talked about it during our open. It's been a down month of May for Albert Pujols. Hitting just .266, 2 home runs, 15 RBIs, hit a long home run on Thursday in San Diego. The 2-2. And a good start for Silva. Back-to-back strikeouts and a perfect first inning. And the Jordan statue with a Blackhawks jersey on it in front of the United Center. We're at Wrigley. No score.
This is 9 generations of the world's most revered luxury sedan. This is a history of over 50,000 crash-tested cars. This is the world record for longevity and one of the most technologically advanced automobiles on the planet. This is the 9th generation E-Class. This is Mercedes-Benz. See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for exceptional offers through Mercedes-Benz Financial.
Muscles. Oh, what muscles can do. From the jaw-dropping, crowd-pleasing, you have got to be kidding me, muscles, to the sexy, supercharged, super stretchy muscles. Muscles that kiss it goodbye and speak for themselves. Oh, what muscles can do.
Hello, may I help you?
Yes, Clyde and Keith to see Emmett Smith. Emmett, your gray facial hair has put you in a rocking chair.
Your beard is weird.
Your stash is trash. Oh, it's bad.
Just for Men Gel penetrates tough gray and puts it away in 5 easy minutes. His edge is back.
He's right on track.
Backfield in motion.
He moves and grooves.
He scores.
Just for Men Gel.
Keep your edge.
Adam Ottavino will deal with this lineup for Chicago, and it's brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun. Kosuke Fukudome leads it off, and Terrio in the number 2 spot. Derek Lee hits third. Alfonso Soriano is having a comeback season. He cleans up. Marlon Byrd, first-year Cub, in center. Mike Fontenot for the injured Aramis Ramirez, still dealing with a bruised thumb. Starlin Castro, the rookie, Coy Hill, and Carlos Silva does the pitching, and he bats tonight. Here is Ottavino, and his numbers this season from Memphis, former first-round draft pick, and he's made 100 career starts in the minor leagues, 30 and 35 with an ERA over 4. There are his numbers this season. Cardinals like what they saw in the spring. He has been getting better within this year. And because of the injury to Kyle Loesch, who's had surgery, here's Ottavino, who fires a 93-mile-per-hour fastball for strike 1.
Try to throw it as fast as you can if you're making your major league debut, and don't think about things. Let your body take over.
Tony La Russa talked to him before the game and said, look, Admit that you're nervous. It's okay. And if you're not telling me you're nervous, there are his parents. John is scoring with his own, I don't know if he's charting his pitches or whatever he's doing. From Brooklyn is Adam, and he starts his major league career with a strikeout of Fukudome. So there you go. A good start for the Cardinal rookie right-hander.
That's that two-seam fastball that Tony La Russa said he was working on. And yes, says John. All right.
Well, I'm with a Brooklyn hat. Adam is a 24-year-old right-hander, 6'4". Was a 30th pick overall back in 2006, and here he is in the big leagues. 95 down and away, ball one. Cardinals right now have 3 rookies in their rotation. Ottavino, Jaime Garcia, who's been phenomenal, and then P.J. Walters, who got a win on Thursday as the Cardinals avoided a sweep in San Diego.
Joe, I think Jaime Garcia is going to be a star in the National League. He may already be there.
Schumacher comes in, backs up, makes the play, 2 out. And here is the sprint pitcher profile for Ottavino.
We talked about that two-seam fastball. That's what Tony La Russa said that Adam is working on. Of course, his major league debut, young, raw talent. 6'4.5", 230 pounds. About the size of Chris Pronger.
Put Pronger on skates, and it's imposing. With 2 out, nobody on. Here's Derek Lee. Cubs hoping that he builds on a pretty good week. He had a terrible first month. He is notoriously a slow starter. He's a career .317 hitter in June. And good news for Derek Lee. We're almost to June. 1 ball, 1 strike from Ottavino. Pretty good life on that fastball. Derek Lee overall this season 6 homers, hitting .246. There's another strike. 95 from the Cardinal right-hander. Unique delivery. Comes right over the top, and Ottavino's 1-2 pitch on the way. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cardinals called up a young left-hander by the name of Evan McClain. And should Ottavino have a rough day here today, McClain would pitch. Try and save the Cardinal bullpen. Derek Lee takes outside, and it's a full count.
Kind of dual starters today with Ottavino and McClain in the wings.
Cardinals shipped out Joe Mather. Here's a 3-2. And Lee spoils it. Good piece of hitting by Derek Lee. Still a full count. If Lee reaches, Soriano waits in the on-deck circle. And it's been much better this season for Soriano, who has that left knee surgically repaired and a little more sturdy underneath him. Here's a 3-2. And a 2-out walk. Take a look at the Cardinals defense. It's brought to you by Scott's. Matt Holliday is in left, Colby Rasmus in center, Ryan Ludwig in right, with David Freese, Felipe Lopez, Skip Schumacher, and Albert Pujols around the infield, and Yadier Molina does the catching for Ottavino, who just issued a 2-out walk and now deals with Soriano. Soriano is happy to be reunited with Rudy Jaramillo, the hitting coach. First year with the Cubs, and the two were together when they were in the Rangers organization. Ball one. Really a down year last year for Soriano. At 241, just 20 home runs and 55 RBIs. That's it. In the middle of a long, big contract with Chicago.
Well, you talked about Alfonso's left knee problems. You can't make the club in the tub, as the old saying goes. Tough enough to play the game healthy, much less hurt.
Signed a $136 million deal with the Cubs in 07. Here's a 1-0 pitch. A little high, 2-0. But this is a guy that when he was with Jaramillo in Texas in 04-05, hit 28 home runs in 04, hit 36 home runs in 05. Had a 40-40 year with Washington, and then he came to Chicago. 2-0 pitch. 3-0. So the first batter, Fukudome, struck out. Terrio grounded out. A walk to Derek Lee, and now Ottavino is 3-0 on Soriano. This is a Cubs offense that's really looking to break out. They need it. Lou Piniella needs it. Pitching staff needs it. There's a strike, 3-1.
Cubs scoring 1 run yesterday. Pinch hit home run by Tyler Colvin. And then he drove in the only run on Thursday as they won 1-0 over the Dodgers. 2 runs in the last 2 games. Fortunate to be 1-1.
3-1 pitch is in for strike 2. Didn't let up to throw at 95 miles per hour. So full count with Marlon Byrd on deck. Ottavino's 3-2 pitch to Soriano. Runner goes and a fly ball into left. Easy for Holiday, and Ottavino is through a scoreless first inning. A walk, a man left. Mom and Dad are happy. Off we go to the second. Who couldn't be happy in this park on this day? No score.
Hi.
The $2 meal deal. Is that really 3 items for $2?
Sure is.
So I buy a beefy 5-layer burrito and drink, and you throw in the chips for free?
No, you pay for the burrito and chips, and you get the drink for free.
Actually, the drink and the chips are $2, and the burrito is free.
Tell you what, just give me $2 and it's all free.
3 items, $2. Now that's a deal.
Let's do it.
Taco Bell's $2 meal deal. 4 different meals to choose from, each with a Taco Bell original Doritos chips and a medium soda. It's 3 for $2 and only at Taco Bell.
Look, the guy at the gas station ain't waving to you because he's your friend. Guess what? He's got his hand in your wallet. He makes money on gas. You lose money on gas, okay? So here's something to wipe that smile off his face. Introducing the all-new 2011 Super Duty. Now with 2 all-new Ford-built engines. Gas or diesel, they've got the most horsepower, the most torque, and they've also got the best fuel economy. Hey, who's your friend now? The all-new Super Duty.
Roundup Extended Control does 2 jobs at once. 1. Kills weeds to the root. 2. Forms a barrier, preventing new ones for up to 4 months. Roundup Extended Control.
With 4G from Sprint, I can download files up to 10 times faster than 3G. Outside. I can stream the movie Airplane to my cell phone. At the airport. I can have a crystal clear video conference with my clients.
Muffin basket or something.
While working off-site. Or share 5 high-speed connections for online gaming while enjoying the great outdoors.
Eat it, Yoshi!
What can you do with 4G? Experience 4G from Sprint. It's more than a wireless network. It's a wireless revolution.
Fox Saturday Baseball presented by Budweiser is sponsored by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun. By the all-new 2011 Super Duty, built Ford Tough, and by Sprint, the Now Network. The Water Tower, downtown Chicago. We're into the second, no score. 1 base runner, a 2-out walk, and then Ottavino came back to get Soriano after falling behind 3-0. So for St. Louis, it'll be Holiday, Rasmus, and Freese. And we'll see how that good sink to these pitches from Carlos Silva works to the right-handed power of the Cardinals. This is part of it. Matt Holliday, who's hit just 5 home runs. He takes the ball high. Tony La Russa moved Holliday into the number 3 spot and put Pujols behind him for 5 games to try and get Holliday going, and he's been better. He's on to start the second with a base hit to right. The Cardinals have their first base runner. If you want to see your name on air, play MLB on Fox. Tune in to win. Right now on foxsports.com/tunein. Make your predictions during today's game between the Cards and Cubs. Hurry up. Your predictions must be submitted by the end of the second. Stick around to increase your chances of winning. The 7th inning bonus question. Winners will be announced on air during the 9th inning. Log on to foxsports.com/tunein to play right now. Here is Rasmus. Strike 1. Good fastball from Silva. Colby Rasmus, glasses on, a .268 average, 7 homers, 20 RBIs. Been streaky so far this season. He's got some pop and a left-handed bat, and he takes strike 2.
That was an interesting comment, Joe, that you made. Tony La Russa moving Holiday in front of Pujols. Normally, if you have two guys like that, two clearly the power guys in your lineup, you try to have them work in tandem. Normally the 3 and 4, 5 spot. But the Cardinals have not had that production out of Holiday. Holiday has only driven in Albert Pujols twice this year. It's a staggering thought at the end of May.
Especially considering how much Pujols is on base. He's hitting over 300. He is number 3 in the National League with 34 walks. There's a strike over the outside corner, 1 away as Colby Rasmus becomes the 3rd strikeout victim for Carlos Silva.
It is rare when you see a guy like Rasmus go up and not swing at any pitch, taking 3 strikes for the first out here in the second.
So 1 on 1 out for David Freese. Talking to Mark McGwire before today's game about Freese, and he just thinks that Freese is like a throwback. He reminded McGwire of what the veterans were like when he first came up.
That's nice.
They said Freese doesn't complain about anything. Little nicks and bruises, whatever, just put me in. Got the day off yesterday. First time for that for Freese, and now he's back in there today. Took a strike. That's into center field. Marlon Byrd coming on, and a diving catch for out number 2.
Listening to the Cub broadcast yesterday afternoon, and Bob Brenly said that Marlon Byrd is the best that he has seen, along with Andre Jones, on that particular play of diving on balls in front of him. Of course, you have to play a shallow center field to be in position to do that, but that is high praise coming from Bob. Bob and Lynn Casper doing the Cub broadcast on WGN.
Here's Yadier Molina. There's a check on a Holiday over at first. He's there with 2 out.
Some guys can't dive for balls. A guy like Andre Dawson with knee problems, the MVP for the Cubs back in the middle 80s, but he was a guy who couldn't dive for balls. A guy like Mike Schmidt, a 3rd baseman for the Phillies, a Hall of Famer, best 3rd baseman in the history of the game in my view, and he was a guy who could not dive for balls because of knee problems.
Yadier Molina at the plate. First pitch was a foul straight back. Molina hitting .265. 1 on, 2 out, and a ball down and in to sink to that fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yadier Molina is number 1 in the big leagues as far as RBIs by catchers. 1 better than Rod Barajas, who's been very good in his first year with the Mets. That's strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And I had to look at it twice when I wrote down Yadier Molina's 6 stolen bases so far this season. Look at that game. 12-10. The Indians have come back and they lead the Yankees in the 7th at Yankee Stadium. Did you like Brenly when he worked with us? Here's a grinder foul outside third. I never got the impression that you really cared much for him. But
well, I'll tell you.
He's great. What a great guy. Terrific. Wonderful sense of humor, and my 2nd favorite analyst in the game.
That's diplomatic.
Ron Darling is really my favorite. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 on, 2 out. Silva brings it, and it's inside, 2-2. Cardinals start the day a game behind Cincinnati. Cubs are 6 behind the Reds. Cubs have won 8 of their last 12. The Cardinals coming off a 5-2 homestand. They lost 2 of 3 in San Diego. They're 2-2 on this road trip. And with the count 2-2, Molina fouls it away. Home plate umpire today is Hunter Wendelstedt. Joined by Mike Estabrook at first, Dan Bellino at second, and Mike Winters is the crew chief. As Mike Shannon likes to say, he's in the rocking chair over at third. Joe West is not at the ballpark today. He is not part of this crew.
Or in the Chicago area.
No. But written a lot about in the Chicago papers. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That's strike three, and a good start for Silva. Talk about West in the bottom of the second. 4 strikeouts for Silva. A hit, a man left after an inning and a half at Wrigley. No score.
It's understood that if you get up to get a Budweiser, you come back with a round. How you carry that round is a matter of personal preference. There's the 6-pack Strangler, the St. Bernard, the Flock of Geese, the Marsupial, the Sherpa, the Claw, even the more advanced Labrador Retriever. But we always come back with a beer that starts with full flavor and ends with a crisp, clean finish. It's what we do. Budweiser.
Snatching stuff takes. Oh, what is going on in here?
It's okay, relax. Watch this. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, Dave.
Wow.
Is that your agent?
It's the jingle. Try it.
No.
Like a good neighbor,
State Farm is there.
With a sandwich.
Oh, yeah. And the girl from 4E?
And can I get a hot tub?
Nice.
Find out what else State Farm agents can do for you at yagent.com.
You're going head-to-head over which baseball player was also drafted to play basketball and football.
Loser, chugs a hot sauce.
So here's your moment of truth, guys. Which 3G network would you trust to connect to Bing?
Oh, check it. Dave Winfield.
When you want your 3G network to work,
I totally aced him, man.
you want Verizon.
You can do anything.
Now get great deals on 3G and messaging phones like the LG Cosmos for $29.99 or the Samsung Reality for $49.99, only at Verizon.
What most call innovation, we call common sense. Meet the new generation of Craftsman hand tools. The pivoting elbow wrench, tackling tight spaces. The ratcheting open-end wrench, fastening with ease. The cross-force wrench, creating greater torque. All guaranteed for life. Craftsman, trust in your hands.
Fox Saturday Baseball is presented by Budweiser with full flavor and a crisp, clean finish. It's what we do. Bottom of the second for Chicago, Bird, Fontenot, and the rookie Starlin Castro against Ottavino. And a strike as called by Hunter Wendelstedt. Hunter is wearing a microphone for us, and he had a little discussion, and not all discussions between umpires and players are heated or awkward. We'll play it for you after Bird does something to start the second. Nice little conversation he had with Yadier Molina after Molina was called out on strikes to end the top of the inning.
It was a very civil affair.
It was.
Yes.
You know that just as well as Yadier. Now you got to go stand with that person you're arguing with. It could get awkward. Here's a ground ball to second. Schumacher makes the play, and here's the conversation after the strikeout of Molina.
Right over the inside corner.
Right over?
Yeah.
It was the guy that came up.
No, it's over the plate.
He touched the plate?
It touched the plate.
Yeah, see, catchers are hampered in what they can say to an umpire because they have to get right back out there, and they need close pitches like that for their pitcher.
Well, when you look at what the Cardinals have been able to do at shutting down the opposition's running game since Yadier Molina took over full-time in 2005, his impact on the game for St. Louis is really impressive. The Cardinals, with Molina behind the plate since 2005, have allowed a total of 257 stolen bases. The next lowest total in baseball is Minnesota, having allowed 360. Here's a shot into the gap. Off the bat of Fontenot, extra bases all the way to the ivy. Fontenot will dig and make it to third with one out. It's a triple for the Cubs third baseman.
Fontenot is not a big hitter, so when he finds a gap, he's going to run forever. You can see center fielder Colby Rasmus into left center. Ludwig was straight away. So Fontenot finding a hole and gets his second triple of the year.
So he's there with one out as Ottavino gives up his first big league hit, and now it's up to the rookie Starlin Castro, who has struggled of late. Infield comes in, and strike one from Ottavino.
After starting out back, the two middle infielders, Felipe Lopez and Skip Schumacher, coming in at the last minute. We'll see if they do it again. This is very difficult for third base coach Mike Quade. Do you send them on a ground ball up the middle or hold them? Now they're in all the way.
Here's a chopper. Schumacher makes the play, and the runner holds at third, 2 out. La Russa, Tim, likes to get movement, especially with a young player at the plate, and that's why that infield comes in late.
Almost like an accordion with the infield.
And so they came in, and right into the waiting glove of Skip Schumacher went that bouncer off the bat of Castro.
Yeah, plus it's a good idea to do with the bottom of the order coming up, because the bottom of the order doesn't have the power that the beginning or middle of the order does. So it worked for the Cardinals.
And now it takes a 2-out hit from Coy Hill. That's outside ball one, and here's the Cardinal infield moving in as Ottavino comes set. So that's going on behind the pitcher, and Castro hit the chopper to Schumacher. And now a 1-0 pitch with Silva on deck on the inside corner. Coy Hill is hitting only .209. Is a very good catcher, a defensive catcher. It is just a .214 lifetime hitter. Trying to put the Cubs on top with a 2-out RBI. Here's a 1-1. That misses, 2 balls and a strike. Ken Rosenthal is with us, and we want to talk to Ken about the Joe West situation with the White Sox and Mark Burley and Ozzie Guillen and other things to talk to him about it. Here's a line drive into center right at Rasmus, and the inning is over. Coy Hill hit it hard, but right at Rasmus. A 1-out triple wasted by Chicago after 2. They'll score at Wrigley. Back after this from your local Fox station.
You're watching Major League Baseball on Fox.
It's Toyota's National Sales Event. The perfect time to get the Toyota you've always wanted. And for a limited time, get a free auto maintenance package when you buy or lease any new Toyota. Now, you can get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2010 Toyota Tundra. Or lease a rugged new Tundra for just $349 a month. Toyota's National Sales Event, going on now. Hurry to your Toyota dealer today.
Matt, the Blaine's brass wants you to learn the ropes from the ground up. You'll be hanging with me today. Can you believe all these great deals? Race car driver.
Right now, save on a Bucket Boss Dead-On Framers Rig. It's $29.99. This Generac standby generator is $34.89.99. And select Hillman Grade 2 nuts, bolts, and washers are just $1.39 a pound.
So how's that milk taste in the winter circle?
Do you know anything about NASCAR?
2.5 men want you to join Jake's tour of duty.
Back talking to me, soldier?
No.
No what?
No way. The mission. Band with your brothers.
Do you think I've been a good role model?
Are you kidding? You have different women here practically every night. You're the best role model a guy could want.
Weeknights at 6 on Fox 18.
The Cardinals and the Cubs wrap up their weekend series tomorrow at 1 on Fox 18's sister station, the Quad Cities CW. Over the air on Channel 26.1 and on these pay services.
We're giving you 60 days to see why Chrysler Town & Country has more buyers than any other minivan in history. So if you need 60 days to decide, take them. But we think it'll earn your loyalty in about, 60 seconds. The Chrysler 60-Day Pledge. Purchase a Town & Country, and if you don't love it within 2 months, bring it back. Just one more reason to drive Detroit again.
During the Memorial Day sales event, get 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on Town & Country.
How I Met Your Mother, coming this fall to Fox 18.
And we welcome you back to Fox Saturday Baseball, presented by Budweiser. One of the great scenes in all of sports is Wrigley Field on a day like this. Crystal clear blue sky. Cubs and Cardinals make it that much more enjoyable as Schumacher fouls away strike one, and Silva's been very sharp here at the beginning. 4 strikeouts, 1 hit. The 0-1 is Schumacher, who's been coming on of late, hitting .244 overall. It's high, a ball and a strike. It will be Schumacher, then Ottavino, then Felipe Lopez for St. Louis here in the third. 1-1. Strike 2. Finale of this 3-game series is tomorrow. Adam Wainwright against Ryan Dempster. And this city will be jumping tonight with the Blackhawks and Flyers getting together for game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Here comes a 1-2 pitch from Carlos Silva. Drives him off the plate, 2-2. Silva came up with the Phillies in 02. Good years in Minnesota, 04 through 07. 08 and 09 after a 4-year, $48 million deal with Seattle were rough. Combined 5-18 and an ERA of 6.81, and opponents hit .330 against Silva. He was a disappointment. Milton Bradley was a disappointment with the Cubs, and so the two were traded for one another. Here's a 2-2 and another foul. Ken Rosenthal is with us. Ken, it's certainly a surprise that Silva is off to the kind of start he's off to here with the Cubs.
No question, Joe, and really they weren't expecting much at all. They thought at best there was a slim chance he'd be a 5th starter, but more likely he'd be a long man. But he met with Larry Rothschild, the Cubs pitching coach, had a bullpen session at Northwestern University during the Cubs winter convention. They hit it off immediately. Rothschild had studied some video of Silva. He suggested some mechanical changes. Now Rothschild says, hey, this guy just needed a change of scenery. But when I called Mariners GM Jack Zarenzik yesterday, Zarenzik said we didn't even see flashes last year of what he's doing right now.
Thank you, Ken. Yeah, and I'm sure Seattle's saying, yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your time in Chicago. That was fun having you here with the Mariners. Strike 1 on a swinging strike by Ottavino.
Yeah, the Cubs are getting what the Mariners thought they would be getting.
And the Mariners are getting exactly what the world thought they would get with Milton Bradley, which is more issues. Yep. And the guy's going through a lot. Spent some time away from the ball club trying to get himself together, but it's been a disappointing season again for Milton Bradley. Here's an 0-2 pitch to Ottavino, who we now know throws right and bats left. It's outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's the longest report Ken Rosenthal's ever done from down in the seats, and it follows his big feature article in Sports Illustrated. That's down and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That was very, very nice and well deserved.
Absolutely. There he is. That's our guy, Kenny. Gives us information that we pass off as our own. He's very unselfish. Here's a 2-2 and a strikeout for Silva. How about 6 strikeouts through 2 2/3? 2 out, nobody on.
Moving the ball around. Carlos Silva doing exactly what Lou Piniella said he would be doing. Changing speeds, moving the ball from left to right, outside to left-handers. Remember, left-handed hitters have hit .208 against him this year.
Here's Felipe Lopez, 2 out, nobody on. Lopez grounded out his first time, and he takes ball 1 down and in. It's also nice before the game, Tim, to see our own Ken Rosenthal and Lou Piniella come together in Lou's office and bury the hatchet and smile and shake hands and move on.
Extend the olive branch.
That felt good, didn't it, Kenny?
Everything is fine, Joe. And you know how these things go. The media blew everything out of proportion.
Yeah, the media. That's on the inside corner, strike 2. You're part of the media. You're part of the print media.
How about that?
In the former life. before he became a TV star featured in Sports Illustrated.
That's the one thing about Joe. He never puts you on the spot, right, Ken?
How about on the spot and hitting spots is Carlos Silva. Struck out the side in the third inning, 7 strikeouts. Piniella and Rosenthal all good. So's this game. No score after 2.5.
I like your messy hair. I like the clothes you wear. I like the way you sing. And when you dance with me, you always make me smile. I don't know why. I love you.
We believe you're at your best when you can truly be yourself. And at Holiday Inn Express, you always can. Holiday Inn Express. Stay you.
Can I have some ice cream, please?
No, it's just for new people. Hey, chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry?
Chocolate.
Chocolate it is.
Yeah, but I'm new too.
He's new-er than you.
Even kids know it's wrong to treat new friends better than old friends. At Ally Bank, we treat all our customers fairly, with no teaser rates and no minimum deposits. It's just the right thing to do.
I can't play my sax with allergy congestion. Claritin D helps me breathe in and out. Nothing works stronger, faster, or longer to relieve all my symptoms, including congestion, without drowsiness. Get Claritin D at the pharmacy counter. Live Claritin Clear.
It was easier than I thought.
I was done in no time. Stain was a snap. Protective finish was smooth.
So easy I did it again.
Minwax makes and keeps wood beautiful, easily.
Introducing the $2 meal deal from Taco Bell. Choose from 4 different deals of a Taco Bell Original, Doritos chips, and an ice-cold medium soda. 3 items, $2. Now that's a deal. Only at Taco Bell. Why pay more?
Winning the all-new season of Hell's Kitchen is as easy as saying, yes, Chef. When Chef Ramsay says, you donkey, you say, yes, Chef. Chef Ramsay says,
you've got nothing right.
You say,
yes, Chef.
Chef Ramsay says,
that wouldn't pass as cat food.
You say,
yes, Chef.
Remember, to win Hell's Kitchen, you've got to give Chef Ramsay the respect he deserves.
I can't hear you. Is that clear? Yes, you guys are useless. Yes, Chef.
Hell's Kitchen. Feel the heat. Viewer discretion advised. Premieres this Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
First pitch to Carlos Silva. He was up there ready to hack, and he fouls it into the Cardinal dugout. Strike 1. Ottavino struck out the first batter he faced. Silva has been terrific. 7 strikeouts through 3. Trying to find a dangerous slashed foul ball into the seats beyond the Cardinal dugout. Trying to find his second hit is Silva, 1 for 15. Wearing the Cub uniform. Ottavino with 2 quick strikes. We talked to Tony La Russa between top and bottom of the inning, and we'll play that for you here in a moment. That's high, ball 1. Cardinal manager is in his 15th season.
Hard to believe it.
It is, with the Cardinals, and their strikeout number 2 for Ottavino, and that was the first question and the topic of conversation with La Russa, that he has to be thrilled with the way Ottavino has looked so far.
Well, I am. It's always fun to watch a guy make his debut, and tough ballpark, tough ball club, but he's handled himself very well. And I mean, he's got plenty of talent, so it's just a matter of whether he can locate it.
Now, he got around the 1-out triple by Fontenot last inning, and I've seen you at times bring your infield in late. You get movement going behind the pitcher, and Starlin Castro ends up bouncing out to second base.
Well, the way Silva's pitching, I don't think we're going to be able to give away many runs, so it was worth the risk. It's a risky player in the game, but I just felt like, you know, it's a good shot to take when you have a little bit of a disadvantage as far as a matchup.
Hey, what needs to happen real quick, and then we'll let you go, for your team to take the next step, get hot again, and reel off some wins like you were doing earlier in the season?
Well, we had a great rotation, so we need to get, you know, Penny back quickly, and Loesch, and our big guys, you know, just start stringing together better offensive games more consistently. But we're going to be all right. We got a good club.
Thanks for your time, Tony.
One thing, can I say hello and to my brother-in-law Vic in Tampa, and I keep on getting well.
All right, wonderful. Thanks, Tony. Cardinal manager number 3 on the all-time wins list. Watching Ottavino do well in his major league debut. He is behind on the count to Fukudome, 3-1 with Terrio on deck.
Tony La Russa grew up in Tampa and has fond memories of watching his father play checkers against Al Lopez. Senor Lopez, the magnificent manager in the 50s, 60s, died at I think he was 96 last year when he died. And Tony, a 9 or 10-year-old child, watching his dad and the senior playing checkers as a kid.
And he played as a kid against Lou Piniella.
Yeah, right.
Who's in the other dugout. Here's Terrio after the one-out walk to Fukudome. Ryan bounced out to second his first time up. There goes the runner. Fukudome, throw down by Molina, and Fukudome's out by plenty.
That's a blown hit and run right there. Either Fukudome running on a hit and run or Terrio allowing one to pass. Very unusual. I mean, Ryan Terrio is not a particularly selective hitter, and that's an understatement. He's walked only 7 times, only once since May 1st. Once.
It was reported, and Piniella reminded us today, that he told Terrio, I'm going to take your car away from you and make you walk home after one of these games just so you get it in your system.
Said here, you walk once, you walk between races. You walk once with the Kentucky Derby and then once on Memorial Day weekend when the Indy 500s run.
Here's a 2-1 pitch up and in. Ottavino is getting dangerously close to giving Terrio his second walk since the 1st of May. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and Terrio was taking. It's a full count. You don't want to take his aggressive nature away from him.
That's a good point. That's exactly right.
Dave Duncan watching. 3-2 pitch struck him out over the outside corner. And so taking on 3-1, taking on 3-2, and the only walk Terrio makes is back to the dugout to get his glove. After 3, no score at Wrigley.
Chug that coffee. Bolt that burrito. No matter what life throws at you, you can take the heat until it turns into heartburn. Good thing you got what it takes to beat that heat, too. Zantac. It's strong. Just one pill can knock out the burn. It's fast, the speed you need for heartburn relief, and it lasts up to 12 hours. So, let them turn up the heat. You can stop that heartburn cold. Zantac.
Oatmeal cookies.
Hey, what's the problem?
We're shipping a package to Andy, but we can't send everything. It'd be too heavy. Cookies.
Never fear, civilians. A postal carrier.
You guys need a priority mail flat rate box, only from the Postal Service. Well, it's all over the TV.
With priority mail flat rate boxes from the Postal Service, if it fits, it ships anywhere in the country for a low flat rate.
Thanks, Mr. Postal Carrier. Hey, fellas.
Shouldn't that dog be on a leash?
Disney Pixar's Toy Story 3, only in theaters. Priority mail flat rate boxes, only from the Postal Service. A simpler way to ship.
Take care of your engine, and it'll go far. One way I can take care of my engine, One-A-Day Men's, a complete multivitamin for my overall health. Plus, now it supports my heart health and helps maintain healthy blood pressure. Whoa. Kinda makes your heart race, huh?
Roundup Extended Control does 2 jobs at once. 1. Kills weeds to the root. 2. Forms a barrier, preventing new ones for up to 4 months. Roundup Extended Control.
Winning more awards for quality and customer service than any other luxury manufacturer the last 10 years says something. Yet the award we value most is the fact that Lexus has had more repeat loyal drivers in more of the last 10 years than any other luxury automotive brand. To express our thanks, we're featuring our best values of the year, giving you unprecedented access to Lexus at your Lexus dealer.
Fox Saturday Baseball, presented by Budweiser, is sponsored by Scott's official lawn care company of Major League Baseball, by the makers of Zantac, beat that heartburn heat, Zantac, and by Priority Mail flat rate boxes only from the Postal Service. Beautiful day in Chicago, and a terrific start for Carlos Silva. He's allowed one hit, a leadoff hit by Holiday in the second. Otherwise, he has struck out 7. That's a season high already, and we're just starting the 4th inning. His career high is 8, which he did for the Twins against Philadelphia in June of 2004. And he starts Ludwig, who struck out his first time with strike 1. Ludwig, Pujols, Holiday for St. Louis. That's inside, a ball and a strike, and Silva's moved it around well here in the first few innings.
Eric Ludwig throwing left-handed and hitting right-handed. There have only been 57 position players in the history of baseball to throw left and bat right. 57. And that's out of 9,400 position players.
Wow.
How staggering is that?
That's inside, and the former All-Star takes ball 3, 3-1.
I said Ryan, I meant Eric Lindquist or Ludwig.
Switch it around.
I'll be all right.
This is Ryan. Eric's his brother.
Ryan Ludwig.
You got it.
One of 57.
Yes. Go. Finish it.
Players in the history of baseball that throw left and hit right.
Yes.
That's out of 9,400 position players.
Here's a grounder to third, and Ludwig is out to start the inning, and that's the way the 4th inning begins.
Ryan.
MLB is proud to support Stand Up to Cancer. Visit standuptocancer.org to learn how you can help us in the fight against cancer. Here's Albert Pujols. First time up, Silva kept the ball in on the hands of Albert Pujols, and yet, Tim, I know in the past you have marveled at Pujols' ability to pull the hands in and keep a ball fair down the left field line.
He's one of the few guys who can hit the inside pitch off the plate inside and keep it fair.
There
a
it is.
pitch like that. That's a 2-seam fastball. Henry Aaron could do it. Barry Bonds could do it. But very few hitters. Of course, that pitch just ate him up running inside.
Silva's got good stuff here today. 1-1 pitch is hit hard. Oh. What a play by Castro. And on both ends for the out. 2 out in the inning.
Oh, my goodness.
That almost flipped the 20-year-old at short, and he turned it into an out.
Oh, what a play.
Great hands on both ends of that play.
Not being able to teach that. Staggering.
Lou Piniella just described him before the game as a quote-unquote major league shortstop. He's got a good arm. Got a baby face. He's only 20 years old.
Youngest player in the majors.
And he can play the position. Made 5 errors after his first 5 games. Made 1 here yesterday. He has a total of 6. But he can flash brilliance too, and he just took a hit away from Albert Pujols. The 2 out. Here's Matt Holliday, and there is strike 1 over the inside corner. Nothing but zeros in this matchup between Silva and Ottavino. For the Cubs, their rotation's been pretty good. Swing and a miss for strike 2. They moved Carlos Zambrano out of the rotation, and this week, beginning of the week, when the Cubs are in Pittsburgh, they're going to move Zambrano back into the rotation, and somebody will be out. That's inside. Speculation is it will be the left-hander Tom Borzolani, that he'll go to the bullpen and try and help out the left-hander Sean Marshall, who has become primary setup man for Lou Piniella in that bullpen. That's inside. 2-2. Toronto is available. Pitched out of the bullpen here yesterday and is down there if needed today. And there's Marshall, who's been busy and been very good. Down and away, full count. Graybo, the left-hander, John Graybo, former Pirate. They thought he was going to be the primary left-handed setup man, and he struggled. Marshall has stepped up. 2 out, nobody on. 3-2 pitch, and Holiday grounds to third. Fontenot picks it up, gets the out. An inning that was highlighted by that play by Castro after 3.5, no score.
Hey, chances are if you're towing 12 tons of something, it's probably pretty important to you. That's your livelihood back there, okay? So you're going to want to keep it from swaying back and forth like hippies around a campfire. No sweat. Introducing the all-new 2011 Super Duty. It's got the most towing power and now an advanced trailer sway control system. And it's standard. Yeah, that'll take the white out of your knuckles. Kumbaya, baby. The all-new Super Duty.
I never knew what my big old-fashioned broker did with my money, so I switched to E-Trade. It's high-tech, low-cost, easy to use. It's transformed the way I invest. Experience high-tech investing at E-Trade.
So rich and delicious.
Hola, amigo. It's me, your TV. Just pulled the plug on your cable to show you something sweet. With DirecTV, get a DVR that stores twice as many shows as cable. So load it up. Sports, soaps, absolutely. Reality show marathon, not my thing, but cool. Lots of movies, why not? You got the room. Stop limiting yourself. Give them a call and check out that deal. DirecTV, it'll change your life.
Your grandfather never misses a chance to tell you he saw Joe DiMaggio play the field. Or maybe it's your dad telling you he saw Hank Aaron go deep. Now's your chance to tell your kids that you saw Albert Pujols do everything.
This guy is so good.
Unbelievable play by Albert Pujols.
This is beyond living history. This is beyond baseball.
John and Eve Ottavino on the right, watching their son, the 24-year-old Adam, pitch here at Wrigley Field, making his major league debut, and that breaking ball bounces into Derek Lee. It'll be Lee, Soriano, and Marlon Byrd if anybody gets on Fontenot. Nothing but zeros so far, and that fastball misses up. It's 2-0. Derek Lee walked his first time up, and he's on his way to doing it again. 3 balls, no strikes. Here's a 3-0, and there's a strike on the inside corner.
You mentioned it earlier, Joe. Lou Piniella bemoaning the fact that the wind's been blowing in so many times this year. At Wrigley Field, the wind has been blowing out.
Here's a grounder that gets past Ottavino, but a nice bounce for Schumacher, 1 out.
Only 3 times this year has the wind been blowing out here at Wrigley Field. It's been blowing in 18 times. Cubs have played 25 home games. A couple of crosswinds for 4 of those games, but that is highly unusual for the wind to blow out that few amount of games.
Yeah, and Piniella said we're a fly ball hitting team. We don't get a lot of base hits. They're not scoring runs. Good tight breaking ball from Ottavino, strike 1 to Soriano. And fly balls in this park when the wind is blowing in, well, you know what the result is. With 1 out, Soriano takes outside, a ball and a strike. Soriano fly to left his first time up. Mentioned hit 241 last year. He's hitting 307 at the start of the day so far this year, and he's sitting on 299 home runs. That's high, 2-1. Alfonso Soriano at the plate. Starlin Castro made that play in the top of the 4th inning. Ken Rosenthal is with us. Here's a 2-1 pitch. 3 balls and a strike, and Soriano is not just having a good year offensively and in the outfield, but he's doing a lot, Kenny, for Starlin Castro.
Yes, Joe. He literally has taken him into his home. He is living with Castro in his 3-bedroom apartment in Chicago. Soriano says, hey, I want to show him the right way. I want to make him feel comfortable. When he was 20 years old, he had a difficult time himself. He was a minor leaguer with the Hiroshima Carp in Japan.
And with Ken still with us and Tim here in the booth, here's Marlon Byrd. That was one of the problems that you heard early with Hanley Ramirez coming up with that young Marlins team. They had such turnover that there were no veterans around to really show Hanley Ramirez the right way to play, and that came to a head a couple of weeks ago with him not hustling after a ball, 2-run scoring, and then him getting into a war of words with his manager Freddie Gonzalez. And pitches up and away, 1 ball, no strikes.
And Hanley having that closed-door meeting with Tony Perez and Andre Dawson. Soriano, one of the few major leaguers who's trilingual. He speaks English, Spanish, and Japanese.
Here's a 1-0. That skips in, and Ottavino, after the 1-out walk to Soriano, is behind Byrd 2-0 and gets a quick visit from his catcher Yadier Molina. Cardinals basically have a coach in Yadier Molina to help guide Ottavino through his first big league start as we look ahead to the slate of games next Saturday on Fox Saturday Baseball. 2-0 is the count. Here's a 2-0. Ball 3, 3-0, and Fontenot has the only Cubs hit, waits on deck. There's Mike, a 1-out triple in the second, but he was left stranded when Castro grounded out. And Coy Hill lined out to center. Here's a 3-0 pitch. 3-1.
3 straight 3-ball counts by Ottavino in this inning.
Battled back to get Lee, lost Soriano. And now the 3-1 pitch to Marlon Byrd. Runner goes. The pitch, a strike. Throw down. Safe. And a stolen base for Soriano.
Throw a bit into the runner. Schumacher making a quick tag. He did what he could. Boy, if he made the tag, Soriano was out. But did he make the tag? Close. One more look.
Not much of an argument from Schumacher.
Nope.
So Soriano is at second with 1 out, and now a 3-2 count on Marlon Byrd, and a line drive base hit to center. Rasmus will come up throwing. Safe at the plate, Soriano. Down to second, Marlon Byrd. He will head to third as the throw gets away, and the Cubs lead it 1-0 here in the 4th inning.
It all gets back to fundamentals. Had Rasmus hit the cutoff man, Marlon Byrd at least stops at first base. By overthrowing the cutoff man, it skips by Molina. And then Ottavino backs up, but the ball caroms. You can see Marlon Byrd going to second on the overthrow and then going to third on the ball caroming behind home plate. It's almost a 2-base error from Rasmus. I mean, you could really give 2 errors on that play.
Here's Fontenot adding to the lead as he plugs that right center field gap again. 2-0 Chicago And like a carbon copy of his triple in the second, Fontenot has another, and the Cubs double their lead.
How unusual is that? I mean, how many times do you see one hitter get 2 triples in a row? Almost never. You call it right, Joe. It is a carbon copy of what he did his first time up in the second inning.
Hit the same section of Ivy out in right center field, and Fontenot's got 2 triples now in RBI, and he's at third. The infield is back in, and Starlin Castro is going to get a visit from Quaddy, the third base coach. Cubs had been 4 for 30 in their last 3 games with runners in scoring position. Coming into today, they're 2 for 4 today with hits by Bird and now Fontenot, and showing bunt, no suicide squeeze, and I think a little confused is Starlin Castro, unless that was a safety squeeze and they were waiting to see.
I think that's exactly what it was. Mike Quaddy talking to Castro before that pitch. Castro squaring.
There's another base hit for Chicago up the middle by the rookie Castro, and it's 3-0 Cubs here in the 4th inning. And that'll bring Dave Duncan out of the dugout, and this is exactly what Lou Piniella has been waiting for from his lineup. Production, base hits. Mr. and Mrs. Ottavino with a different look now, as Adam has allowed a walk, a single, a triple, another single, and it's 3-0 Chicago.
Well, the 3-ball counts caught up with Ottavino. 3-ball counts on Derek Lee. As you said, Joe, he got away with it with Lee, and then he walked Soriano on 4 pitches. And with the count 3-1 to Marlon Byrd, Soriano steals second base. He gets a hit on the 3-2 pitch. Fontenot gets the triple, and then getting ahead of Starlin Castro. Castro makes it 3-0.
Nationwide, thousands of communities have gotten involved as Chevy and Scotts have set out to rebuild local ballparks. Don't miss your chance to get involved and to win a new Chevy at ChevyBaseball.com. Here's Coy Hill. This inning would have a much different look to it if you go back, and now they start to stir in the Cardinal bullpen to that stolen base by Soriano. When the throw beat him, the tag missed him. The throw sailing from Molina just a bit, and instead of 2 out, nobody on, and a 3-2 count on Marlon Byrd, it was 1 out, a runner at second. Byrd got the base hit to center. Tim took you through it. The throwing error, the triple, the single. It's 3-0 in the first pitch to Coy Hill. Chopper to second. Schumacher a good play for 1 out, and Felipe Lopez a late throw to first. 2 away in the inning.
Felipe Lopez on the disabled list because of a problem with his elbow, and that is the type throw that can re-injure an elbow. Very athletic play by Lopez. He appears to be all right. But watch him and see what he has to do to make a throw like that. A lot of stress on the elbow.
Here is Carlos Silva, who's pitching extremely well, and that fastball gets away. He's allowed only 1 hit, struck out 7, and now Silva and the Cubs have a 3-0 lead. Ball 1 from Ottavino. And a swinging strike. It's 1-1. Silva struck out back in the 3rd. He's now 1 for 16 at the plate. Here's a 1-1. That is down the first baseline and foul. Ottavino couldn't get there in time. And it's 1-2. The three security guards that are down in the Cubs bullpen.
They thought the ball was fair.
They thought the ball was fair. The inning was over, and they run out and kind of look back at the seats, make sure nobody comes on the field. And I think the guys down in the Cubs bullpen are cracking up. They might have told him, hey, run out there. The inning's over. Here's a 1-2, and Silva checks his swing. He went around, and that's the end of the inning. And now the security guards can come out, and it was a productive inning for, there they go, 3-0 Cubs behind Silva after a 3-run, 3-hit inning here in the fourth.
What most call innovation, we call common sense. Meet the new generation of Craftsman hand tools. The pivoting elbow wrench, tackling tight spaces. The ratcheting open-end wrench, fastening with ease. The cross-force wrench, creating greater torque. All guaranteed for life. Craftsman, trust in your hands.
Last road trip, my allergies put me in a fog. Now, I'm Claritin Clear. Claritin works hard to relieve my worst symptoms without drowsiness, so I stay as alert and focused as someone without allergies. For me, Claritin's the perfect allergy medicine. I only live Claritin Clear.
When things don't go your way, don't let it get you down. Look at me. I lost my ambassador's suit. But I'm not moping around. No, man. I'm keeping it light. With new red striped light. Red light fear.
What if a moment standing still could be just as beautiful when it breathes? If some moments preferred to take their time. If photography moved us and we moved photography, and we could all see beyond the still. Moving photography in 1080p Full HD, pioneered with EOS, inspired by Canon.
12 summers of boat hauling, 63 miles of commuting daily. For any extreme from the road to the racetrack, nothing beats Mobil 1. The choice of over half of all NASCAR teams. So put some NASCAR in your car. Mobil 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 57th President of the United States.
AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. Get your Grad, the exclusive Samsung Strive, for just $19.99, only from AT&T.
What a role Carlos Silva is on. He takes the mound here in the fifth. He deals with Colby Rasmus, and he misses with ball one. Rasmus then frees in Yadier Molina. Skip Schumacher. If anybody gets on, and between innings, a little tutorial from Dave Duncan, who's being reacquainted here today with Adam Ottavino. Just called up, just added to the active roster and taking the place of the injured and now surgically repaired Kyle Loesch. Rasmus fouls it. That's strike two. Talked with Lou Piniella. We'll give you that interview after Rasmus does something here to start the fifth. Kyle Loesch underwent surgery yesterday for an issue that he's been dealing with, the underneath part of his forearm, his pitching arm. Another strikeout, matching a career high. Carlos Silva gets number 8. Second time he's retired Rasmus. One out here in the fifth, and the first question was about that last half inning, and for Lou Piniella, a good inning by his lineup.
Nice inning, 3 runs. We hit the ball in the gap. We hit the ball up the middle. We stole a base. Things that you have to do on a consistent basis to win. And that was a really nice offensive inning for us.
Lou, without revealing anything, was that a safety squeeze by Castro?
I think that's about what it was, but the pitch was a little high, obviously. Listen, he hit the next one up the middle and drove in a run. That's what really counts.
And how about that play he made on the ball that Pujols hit? I mean, he flashes brilliance defensively.
Well, I told you all before the ball game that the young man could play. He's got really, really good hands. You know, he's only 20 years old, but you couldn't tell by talking to him. He has confidence in himself. He's going to be a really, really good ball player for a long time in the National League.
Hey, real quick, Silva looks terrific for you today.
Well, look, he's 6-0. We traded for him from Seattle, and he won a job in spring training, and he's been pitching really, really well. And, you know, he's economical with his pitches. He throws a lot of strikes. He changes some speeds and mixes in the breaking ball from time to time. Yeah, he's been really successful.
All right, Lou, thanks for your time today.
Thanks.
All right. Well, Lou Piniella gets to watch his pitchers strike out the first two. Every time we do an interview with a manager from the dugout, we talk about how great the pitcher is, whether it's Cubs, Cardinals, Yankees, whatever. The next inning, the pitcher falls flat on his face, but Silva has struck out the first two in this fifth inning. He's already struck out the side once in this game, and he's ahead on the count to Molina.
You can just see the body language of Silva. He's pitching with so much confidence.
And is there any doubt that pitching in the National League is easier than pitching in the American League?
No doubt. No. Absolutely right. The 7, 8, 9 hitters in the American League are forces, and that is, generally speaking, not the case in the National League.
0-2 is the count. Silva misses off the outside corner, and in particular for the Cardinals, their 7 through 9 hitters in their lineup, a combined .205 average during this season, which is tied for the lowest for the bottom 3 in any lineup across baseball. The 1-2 pitch, reaching for it, a weak swing, and the inning is over. Carlos Silva in control halfway through it on a beautiful day. 3-0 Cubs.
Hey, what's going on?
Doing the shipping.
Man, it would be a lot easier if we didn't have to weigh them all.
If those boxes are under 70 pounds, you don't have to weigh them. With these priority mail flat rate boxes from the Postal Service, if it fits, it ships anywhere in the country for a low flat rate.
No way.
Nope. No way? Yeah.
No way.
Sure.
No way?
No way.
Yes way. No way.
Priority mail flat rate box shipping starts at $4.95, only from the Postal Service. A simpler way to ship.
Roundup Extended Control does 2 jobs at once. 1. Kills weeds to the root. 2. Forms a barrier, preventing new ones for up to 4 months. Roundup Extended Control.
Introducing Bud Light Lime in cans. Now the refreshing taste of Bud Light Lime goes wherever you need it to. One taste and you'll find the summer state of mind. Bud Light Lime.
This is dedicated to a guy we all know, who taught you how to hit and how to throw. A bona fide star as coaches go, keeps the team moving on his Firestone. Firestone. The players, umpires, folks in the stands see the Firestone performance and think it's grand. So here's to the coach and his Firestone 4 for taking us out to the ball game and more. Firestone.
Legendary drivers need legendary tires.
Everyone deserves a car they can count on. A car that keeps going when others might quit. A car that stands strong when you need it most and expects to handle the unexpected. At Chevrolet, we created a team of Red X engineers who are obsessed with quality. Red X torture tests every car down to the smallest detail. Because everyone deserves excellence.
Fox Saturday Baseball is presented by Bud Light Lime. The drinkability of Bud Light with the refreshing taste of lime. Back to work is the right-hander Adam Ottavino. All in all, it's been a pretty, I would say, successful debut. He has not been in awe of his surroundings. He looks comfortable on the mound, but he had a rough 4th inning. He allowed 3 runs, 3 hits. There was an error behind him, stranded a runner, and it's 3-0 Chicago as Fukudome leads it off and is up on the count 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Ottavino brings it and gets a foul tip for strike 1. Talked about Kyle Loesch for St. Louis, who was in year 2 of a 4-year, $40 million deal. He was 15-6 in 08. Was hit by a pitch toward the end of May last year, had a deep bruise in his forearm, and it just never got better. Here's a pitch up and away, and the count 3-1.
That's very unusual for a deep bruise to cause, eventually, to cause a surgery.
Here's ball 4 and a leadoff walk. That's walk number 4 from Ottavino. The Cardinals have no idea how long the recovery will take after that surgery yesterday. Our Verizon game summary: Silva with a career high 9 strikeouts. Cubs 3 for 5 with runners in scoring position, struggling in that category the last 3 games. And Fontenot with 2 at-bats and 2 triples into the right center field gap. Here's Terrio. Called out on strikes his last time up, and Ottavino falls behind, ball 1. Terrio's grounded out, struck out. Is the definition of a singles hitter. 53 singles. That's the most in the National League, and he led the league in singles last year. He hits it hard. Schumacher can't make the play. The umpire was in the way for a moment. The second base umpire, Dan Bellino, got out of the way, and what could have been a double play ball turns into the 9th error of the season for Schumacher.
That's the most in the major leagues by a second baseman. And you know, I have heard it put forth that on a play like this, a ball hit that hard, that 2 errors should have been given, because that's a double play ball. That's a 4-6-3 double play, and I'm inclined to believe that that would be the case.
Here's another chance. 4-6-3 double play, runner at third, 2 out.
I guess if you give him 2 errors on the play before, you ought to give him 2 assists there.
That's right. It would be only fair, and Schumacher, who made the error, starts the 4-6-3 double play on a ball hit by Derek Lee, who's 0 for 2 in this game. And now a runner at third, 2 out for Soriano, who started the scoring last inning with a 1-out walk, stole a base, his 3rd steal. Fukudome at third, 2 out. First pitch. Strike 1. Ottavino trying to get through the 5th. St. Louis in the 6th inning will have Schumacher, and likely a pinch hitter for Ottavino, unless they want to stick with him. And then back to the top, Lopez. Good fastball, 94 for strike 2. A walk, an error, a double play, and now an 0-2 count on Soriano. Ball 1. See if Soriano can deliver a run with 2 out. 1-2 pitch. Just flipped the bat at it and flips it foul down the right field line. Just spoiled the pitch by getting a piece of it on 1 up and away. Soriano waits for another 1-2 pitch from Ottavino, and a swinging strike 3. Thought for a moment maybe he got a piece, did not, and the inning is over. 5 strikeouts for the rookie Ottavino. 3 runs on the day for Chicago, who lead it 3-zip after 5.
Everyone deserves a car they can count on. A car that keeps going when others might quit. A car that stands strong when you need it most and expects to handle the unexpected. At Chevrolet, we created a team of Red X engineers who are obsessed with quality. Red X torture tests every car down to the smallest detail. We're pushing the limits every single day. And for one reason, our mission is to build the best cars and trucks in the world. And our 100,000-mile, 5-year powertrain warranty guarantees you'll get the quality you deserve. Because everyone deserves excellence.
Ribs from a fast food joint. What a joke.
No, they're good. They're real.
No way.
Yeah, way. There you go. Take a little nibble. They're fire grilled. Whoa.
So if you can fly, then why are you driving?
Man, there you go again being a skeptic. I'm just moving out of my mom's place.
Been there, done that.
Believe it. Bone-in fire-grilled barbecue ribs, slow-cooked and smoky from Burger King.
You've never seen fast. You've never held it in your hand, then unleashed it with the fingertip. Never watched pixels whip by at 1 gigahertz and had your neurons struggle to keep up. You've never seen fast because you've never seen this. The Droid Incredible by HTC with a 1 gigahertz Snapdragon processor. It's nothing short of its name.
Fox Saturday Baseball presented by Budweiser is sponsored by Burger King. It reminds you to have it your way. By Verizon, the network with the most 3G coverage. And by Chevy, every model is backed by a 100,000-mile, 5-year powertrain limited warranty.
How about that shot? Whew.
I was reading. What was it?
It was the Chicago River and the John Hancock building.
Man.
What a town.
First pitch, a strike, and now a ball to Skip Schumacher. No action in the bullpen, so the Cardinals are not going to dip into their bullpen yet. They're going to stay with Ottavino, who's on deck. So Silva's rolling, and we'll see if he can get through the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. There's that shot. Wow.
Oh, that is really something. I have taken that architectural tour down the Chicago River. Most unusual skyline in the country.
And that's now the Willis Tower.
Oh, it is.
It is.
Oh, not the John Hancock building anymore. Oh. Oh,
Used
that was
to be the Sears Tower.
Sears Tower. That's right. That's right. It wasn't the John Hancock building. It was the Sears, ex-Sears Tower.
Here's Castro throwing high and safe. As Castro has made the brilliant play and now charging, he let one get away out of his right hand. And likely an error to start the inning. It is, and it's number 7 on Starlin Castro.
I think the moral of that story is I should have paid more attention on that architectural tour.
Oh. Hey, whatever. I don't name anything. I do nothing but make mistakes when I do that. Here's Ottavino. And he bunts it foul. I know the arch. I'm fairly certain when I see the arch.
Arch in St. Louis. Huh?
Yeah. We're in New York.
Empire State Building.
Yeah,
last
but
week.
even that one, I'm like, you know, Chrysler Building, Empire, what is it? Statue of Liberty, I know that one.
Yeah. Golden Gate in
Golden
San Francisco. Gate. Yeah. Comfortable with that.
Not that smart. Here's Ottavino, who bunts it with serious spin on it, and it rolls back foul. That's strike 2. There it is. Can you imagine Tim McCarver on your tour boat? What a thrill that must have been.
Well, this was the town that Billy Sunday could not shut down. Billy Sunday was a preacher during Prohibition and tried to get Chicago shut down, and Billy Sunday was an ex-major league player.
Here's Ottavino striking out, trying to bunt, and that's strikeout number 10 for Carlos Silva.
What a great job Silva has done all afternoon. But Billy Sunday, a major league player from 1883 to 1890, had 499 games in the major leagues, 256 average. Tried to shut down Chicago and couldn't do it. No.
Can't. I've tried that before, fruitlessly. Here's a ground ball up the middle. A high hop for Terrio, who gets the double play that gets around the error. You may not know what tower that is, but you can get to Joe Stonecrab blindfolded. 3-0 Cubs.
Silver one.
That's not a Volkswagen.
That's 2 for doubting.
You hit like my sister.
Really? I'd like to meet her.
The Volkswagen CC. Award-winning design starting under $28,000. It's a whole new Volkswagen and a whole new game.
I'm at the doctor getting my shoulder looked at. As we're finishing up, I mention I'm going to the bathroom more often. He checks it out. Good thing. Turns out my urinary symptoms, such as going frequently, trouble going, flow starts and stops, and going often at night, are due to BPH, also called enlarged prostate. He says over time, Avodart has been shown to shrink the prostate, improve urinary symptoms, and reduce the risk of prostate surgery.
Only your healthcare provider can tell if your symptoms are from BPH and not a more serious condition like prostate cancer. Do not donate blood until 6 months after stopping Avodart. Tell your doctor if you have liver disease. Rarely, sexual side effects, swelling, or tenderness of the breasts can occur. Avodart is for men only. Women should not take or handle Avodart due to risk of a specific birth defect.
Today's the day to talk to your doctor about your urinary symptoms and find out if Avodart is right for you.
Roundup Extended Control does 2 jobs at once. 1. Kills weeds to the root. 2. Forms a barrier, preventing new ones for up to 4 months. Roundup Extended Control.
We get into the bottom of the 6th inning, and that means Marlon Byrd, Mike Fontenot, and Starlin Castro against Ottavino. So the Cardinals have gotten a pretty solid start out of Adam Ottavino, and they don't want to dive into their bullpen this early. So back to the mound he goes. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, a ball and a strike. This is an agent's dream. If he can get through this inning, it would be a quote-unquote quality start. 6 innings, 3 runs or less. A 1-1 is pop foul, out of play, off to the right, strike 2. Bird is grounded out, singled, drove home a run. He's got 27 RBIs. And his average right around the 300 mark. Started the day at 299. Been very good in his first year at Wrigley hitting at home. That is right through Skip Schumacher, who's had a rough year at second base. How about a DirecTV game break? We take you out to Anaheim, California, bottom of the 1st inning. No score, 2 out, 1 on, and Torrey Hunter gets hit by a fastball from Felix Hernandez. Take another look, and he left the game with a bruised left hand. Went to the hospital for precautionary x-rays. The only way to watch every MLB game in HD, call 1-800-DIRECTV. Been a rather disappointing start for the Angels. They're 4 games under 500. They're 4 games out behind the Texas Rangers in the AL West.
Chris Rose talked about it before the game in the pregame about how well Vladimir Guerrero is doing for Texas. 342 average.
A fly ball into left field off the bat of Fontenot, 1 out.
Well, you think if Vlad Guerrero was with the Angels, what he would have been doing. He has 12 home runs, 42 RBIs, and the DHs for the Angels this year batting a paltry 205. With only 12 RBIs.
Just to clear up, the ball hit by Marlon Byrd went as a base hit. The ball that Schumacher couldn't handle. Fontenot flies to left, so Bird's 2 out of 3. Yeah, you wonder, though, for Vlad Guerrero, if a change of scenery didn't have a lot to do with that. It started to kind of get stale out in Anaheim for him. He had a good postseason last year, had that big hit against Papelbon and the Red Sox in the division series. Had a good World Series. But you look at the comparison last year to this, and the production numbers way up. Those are his numbers for the entire year last year on the left. Runner goes, hit and run. Pujols makes the play. Down to second is Byrd, 2 out. Good play by Albert Pujols on a high chop. And down to second is Byrd for Coy Hill. Hill lined out to center, bounced into a force out. This pitching staff will have a different look to it at the beginning of the week when the Cubs go to Pittsburgh. Not only at some point, and the Cubs have kept it close to the vest, haven't revealed who's being demoted out of the rotation. They will not go to a 6-man rotation. It appears it will be Gorzolani that's demoted to the bullpen. Now they're going to intentionally pass Coy Hill and pitch to Silva. But the Cubs also have an opportunity to bring up 1 or 2 young, hard-throwing right-handers from AAA. Andrew Kashner is a first-round pick, 2008 former closer at TCU. 3-0 in the rotation at Iowa. They moved him to the bullpen. 6-1 overall in the minor leagues this year. There's the intentional walk to Hill. Or Jay Jackson, who was in the bullpen and now has taken Kashner's spot in the Iowa rotation. Both trying to prove that they're ready for a call up to the Cubs bullpen, which was really a bullpen, Tim, that was in flux at the early part of the season.
Yeah, General Manager Jim Hendry telling us before the game that either Jackson or Kashner will be called up in Pittsburgh.
So 2 on 2 out. And Silva at the plate. Hasn't looked very good swinging the bat so far today. He has struck out twice, 1 for 17 on the year. Mitchell Boggs starts to get loose. Told you earlier that the Cardinals called up a minor league left-hander, Evan McClain. They're past that point right now because of the solid start that Ottavino has turned in here today as he's 2-0 on Silva. Cardinals made that roster move, optioned out Joe Mather, added the young left-hander in case Ottavino had a meltdown out on the mound. That did not happen. 2-0 pitch is ball 3, and this would be a minor meltdown if after the intentional walk he walks Silva to load the bases. Kosuke Fukudome is on deck. Ottavino walks Carlos Silva on 4 pitches. And Silva motions to the dugout. And Yadier Molina will go out to the mound. Kind of an odd move by Silva, motioning to the dugout like, see what happens when they walk the guy in front of me. It's a walk to load the bases. That is now 6 total walks, including the intentional pass, and they're loaded for Fukudome.
Dave Duncan in the Cardinals dugout calling down to the bullpen. And this move has to be made because of the walk to Silva.
There was Silva.
I think he was talking about his jacket, maybe. I don't need the jacket.
Maybe so. So no jacket for Silva. He's at first, and that will take La Russa out to the mound. No signal to the bullpen yet as Boggs is trying to get ready in a hurry, and he'll come into the game. So the intentional walk is followed by the 6th walk by Ottavino to the pitcher Silva. The bases are loaded with 2 out, and Boggs is coming in.
Winning more awards for quality and customer service than any other luxury manufacturer in the last 10 years says something. Yet the award we value most is the fact that Lexus has had more repeat loyal drivers in more of the last 10 years than any other luxury automotive brand. To express our thanks, we are featuring our best values of the year, giving you unprecedented access to Lexus at your Lexus dealer.
The only thing that can destabilize this island is chaos, and nobody does that better than you.
Rated M for mature.
We've all heard the stories. That you're special. Magic even.
Jonah Hex. Always laugh when you show up.
That's right.
What happened to your face? Cut myself shaving. What happened to yours?
Is that all you got? Watch this.
Jonah Hex.
Can you shoot?
Can you?
Starts June 18th.
Hey, Nolan Ryan.
How you doing?
Good. You need some help on your lawn project?
It needs some big league help.
Scott's is the official lawn care company of Major League Baseball. And here at Lowe's, we can show you how to get winning results at home.
I played on a lot of great fields in my day, and I want that same big league look for my lawn.
Excuse me, can I have your autograph, please?
Sure, what's your name?
Actually, his autograph, if you don't mind.
Cast your Scott's MLB All-Star ballot and enter for a chance to win a VIP All-Star Week experience.
Go easy on him. He's a legend.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
So Adam Ottavino on the right, his parents John and Eve on your left here at Wrigley Field. And prior to the first pitch, time is called as Fukudome is at the plate. Bases are loaded with 2 out. And Boggs had to get ready in a hurry. He wasn't up very long before he came into this game.
No.
Fukudome has walked twice. Pitching from the stretch with the bases loaded 2 out. Boggs finds the strike zone. Boggs has got very good stuff. Stuff good enough that they think someday he could develop into a closer type reliever. Throws very hard out of the bullpen. But he's been hit or miss this season. Inconsistent, trying to figure it out at this level. The 0-1 is just inside, a ball and a strike. There are the numbers for Ottavino in his major league debut. That's inside, and the count 2-1.
Most teams carry 12 pitchers. The Cardinals carry 13 pitchers. And one of the big reasons is the style of managing of Tony La Russa. He loves to use left and right guys out of the bullpen. Goes on matchups. That's why the Cardinals carry that extra pitcher.
Here's a 2-1 from Boggs. It's high, 3-1.
Ideal hitting spot for Fukudome.
Boggs has to lay it in there with a count of 3-1. Bases loaded, 2 out. Here it is, and down and in to force home a run. It's 4-0 Cubs here in the 6th. 3 consecutive walks by Ottavino and now Boggs. Bird, who led off this inning with a single, is forced home. That run belongs to Ottavino. And now Terrio will be the hitter. He's 0 for 3. Ball 1 down and away. Shadow starting to creep across home plate. There's a runner at second base with 2 out. The intentional walk to Coy Hill. Then a walk to Carlos Silva, a walk to Kosuke Fukudome, and now the count's 2-0 on Ryan Theriot. A Cardinal bullpen that is number 2 in the major leagues with a group ERA of 2.95. It's been a strength for St. Louis here in 2010. There's a strike, 2-1. And now the next from Mitchell Boggs, grounded up the middle. Boggs can't find it. Now does, and the inning is over. Cubs get a run. They leave 3 of stranded 7, lead 4-zip behind Silva as we go to the 7th. Back after this from your local Fox station.
You're watching Major League Baseball on Fox.
Digital cameras and camcorders always work better with long-lasting batteries. That's why Batteries Plus is the perfect source for capturing your memories. Stop in for a closer look.
It's Toyota's national sales event, the perfect time to get the Toyota you've always wanted. And while 80% of Toyotas sold in the last 20 years are still on the road today, these amazing offers won't last long. Check out the new 2010 Toyota Tacoma, the best-selling compact pickup in America. The Tacoma is amazingly fuel efficient and rated up to 26 miles per gallon. Toyota's national sales event going on now. Hurry to your Toyota dealer today.
Trust DHCU for loans for any reason, for any season. Whether starting off on your own or moving into your golden years, we have a loan to fit your needs. Apply online, by mail, or phone, and get a reply as quickly as possible, usually by the same day. So surf us, buzz us, or stop by to find out how DHCU can improve the seasons of your life.
Whose idea was this? It says that when you buy a Grand Caravan, Dodge will give you 60 days to decide if you want to keep it. It's ridiculous. Look at that thing. Why would you need 60 days? Really, who is that indecisive? The Dodge, you won't need 60 days to decide, but we'll give it to you anyway. Event.
Or, during the Memorial Day sales event, well-qualified lessees can get Grand Caravan SE for $259 a month.
Getting outdoors a little bit more these days? Make sure your motorcycle, boat, ATV or more has a great battery to keep it running smoothly. Whatever you need, Batteries Plus has it.
Laugh Out Loud with 2.5 Men. Weeknights at 6 on Fox 18.
Welcome back to Fox Saturday Baseball, presented by Budweiser. We're into the 7th inning now, and a 4-0 lead for Carlos Silva. His walk helped plate a run in the bottom of the 6th inning. It was followed by a walk to Fukudome to make it 4-0. And here for St. Louis, it'll be Ludwig, Pujols, and Holiday trying to get something going. Still only 1 hit. A leadoff hit by Holiday in the 2nd, and that is it for the Cardinals. Schumacher reached on an error in the 6th. He was erased in a double play. So Silva has faced 1 over the minimum. The 2-0 pitch is on the inside corner, 2-1. 7-1 the final here yesterday. Cardinals won. Adam Wainwright and Ryan Dempster will hook up tomorrow afternoon.
How about Wainwright's last outing against San Diego, striking out 12 and losing 1-0 on a home run by Jerry Hairston of the surprising San Diego Padres.
Here's a pop-up on the infield. Lee trying to shade his eyes, makes the catch. 1 out. You can visit your local Lowe's to cast your Scott's MLB All-Star ballot and enter for a chance to win a VIP All-Star Week experience, compliments of Scott's. So that's how you do it. And we have some of the voting totals we'll get on your screen for you during this 7th inning. The National League is so far represented by either Phillies, Cardinals, or one Milwaukee Brewer. Of course, it involves Pujols, and he pops it up. Left side of the infield, and it's Castro for 2 outs in the inning. Here's the National League. So far, the voting looks like this. Ryan Braun is the Brewer, then Victorino and Worth in the outfield. Placido Polanco in his first year with the Phillies in his second tour of duty is at third. Rollins at short. Utley is right now the leading vote getter. Albert Pujols at first, and Yadier Molina behind the plate. Here's Matt Holliday. And there's strike one. Already a career high for strikeouts in a game for Carlos Silva. He has struck out 10. And he just took care of Ludwig and Pujols on pop-ups. Here's an 0-1. Inside, a ball and a strike.
Joe, talking about those Philadelphia Phillies, they were just swept by the New York Mets this week. 3 straight shutouts. Only the second time in Mets history that they've had 3 straight shutouts in the same series. And that the other back in 1969, and it was against the Philadelphia Phillies.
And with the work that they've done, the Mets are now over the 500 mark, only 3 games out behind Philly. Atlanta's a game and a half out. Washington 3 out. And Florida's 4 out there in last place. So that division wide open at the moment. There's a strike on the outside corner, strike 2. With 2 out, nobody on, 2-2 pitch is hit hard into left center field at the wall. It is off the 368 mark, and Matt Holliday has a 2-out double. He's got the only 2 hits today for St. Louis, and that was a rocket into left center field.
Albert Pujols hit a ball hard to shortstop. Excellent play by Starlin Castro, and now Matt Holliday elevates one for the first extra base hit, and the first time a Cardinal has been on second today.
Brings in Colby Rasmus.
Joe, you talked about the Washington Nationals baseball. Anybody interested in the game, so excited at the prospects of Steven Strasburg coming up in the next 10 days.
Yeah, he's on his way.
Yep.
Finally get to see it. And so far in the minor leagues, well, there are his numbers this season: 6-1, an ERA of 0.99. Look at his walks to strikeouts. An opponent's hitting 124 against him, and
wow,
he's coming up early June for Washington. Here's ball 1 up and away to Colby Rasmus. Cardinal rookie David Freese is on deck. Rasmus has struck out twice. And now ball 2, 2-0. Shadow's more of an issue. And action starts for the Cubs out in their bullpen. Looks like Marshall getting loose. 2-0 pitch. In for a strike. That's the left-hander Marshall. Sean has been so good out of the bullpen for Chicago, getting ready in a hurry.
5 wins in the month of May as a reliever. Highly unusual.
It was 2-0. Now the 2-1 is hit foul. 2-2. Rasmus on the year has hit 7 home runs. And what he does at the plate, usually an indication as to how the Cardinals are faring. Is at 373 and 27 wins he's been involved in. Only 119 and 20 losses. He's 0 for 2 today, and the 2-2 pitch Now he's 0 for 3. Strikes out for the third time today, and that's strikeout number 11 for Carlos Silva. It brings us to the 7th inning stretch. Jim Belushi will sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Silva's pumped up. He should be. He has been outstanding.
Hi, can I borrow some milk?
Yeah, just a second.
Just for Men. In 5 easy minutes, targets only the gray.
Anything else?
Just for Men. Live forward. And now, Just for Men 2-in-1 shampoo. Keeps color looking fresh.
It's all about kicking off summer, having fun, getting some projects done.
Without breaking the bank.
Which is where Bill Sweet Price Mobley comes in.
It's actually just Bill.
Just Bill? Would Just Bill tell us about these great offers?
I just mentioned a few things, like Kingsford Charcoal. Buy one and get a second bag free. Or Valspar Paint. Get $5 back on a 1-gallon can via mail-in rebate.
Sounds pretty sweet, Bill.
Yeah, hence the nickname Bill Sweet Price Mobley.
Maybe I'll keep the name.
Experience. Lowe's. Let's build something together.
One-A-Day VitaCraves, a complete adult multivitamin in a gummy to support energy, immunity, and your inner child. One-A-Day VitaCraves, multivitamin gummies for grown-ups.
Roundup Extended Control does 2 jobs at once. 1. Kills weeds to the root. 2. Forms a barrier, preventing new ones for up to 4 months. Roundup Extended Control.
12 summers of boat hauling, 63 miles of commuting daily. For any extreme from the road to the racetrack, nothing beats Mobile One. The choice of over half of all NASCAR teams. So put some NASCAR in your car. Mobile One.
While I was away, E-Trade's Techno Magic, thanks Martha, triggered my stop-loss orders, saved me a pant load. Oh, great. Every time I fly... My ears! Swallow!
Upgrade to first-class investing technology at E-Trade.
Fox Saturday Baseball, presented by Budweiser, is sponsored by Just for Men. For mustache and beard, keep your edge by Lowe's. Experience Lowe's. Let's build something together. One-A-Day Men's, the official multivitamin of MLB, specially formulated for men. Mitchell Boggs back to the hill. First pitch, a strike to Derek Lee, who was 0 for 2 of the walk. Bounced into a double play his last time up. 4-0 the Cubs lead. Behind the excellent pitching of Carlos Silva. 96 from Boggs. You can see the good stuff he has. And the count's 0-2. Here's the next, and it's in the dirt, blocked by Molina. A fresh piece of gum for Silva, who's allowed 2 hits and struck out 11. What a pickup he's been for this Cubs team. That's off the end of the bat. Still 1-2. Today's MLB on Fox Tune In to Win bonus question is how many base hits will both teams combine for in the 8th? To answer, visit foxsports.com/tunein and make your prediction for the final out of the 7th. If you're not in the game, sign up today for next week's MLB on Fox game at foxsports.com/tunein. A strikeout of Derek Lee. And that's the way the bottom of the 7th inning begins. Now it's Zambrano, who was slated for a start early in the week at Pittsburgh when the Cubs go on the road. He joins the left-hander Sean Marshall. Carlos Silva, in case you're wondering, is at 100 pitches for the day. Soriano 0 for 2 with a walk, a steal, a run scored, strike 1.
The big difference, Joe, in throwing a good game and pitching a good game. And Carlos Silva this afternoon has pitched a good game. Here and there, changing speeds, in and out. Cardinal hitters have been thrown totally off balance.
There are the numbers for Silva. Meanwhile, Adam Ottavino, I thought, all in all, pitched a very solid game for the Cardinals.
He did.
The problem for him, the 6 walks. With a pretty good debut. And striking out is Alfonso Soriano. 2 gone in the 7th. And it's not just our opinion that Adam Ottavino pitched well. Here's home plate umpire Hunter Wendelstedt moments ago.
That was that kid's first start?
He did a pretty good job.
Yeah, he did for his first time. This isn't an easy place to make your first start. In this series, he did a great job for all the...
So the words between Yadier Molina and Hunter Wendelstedt, and we certainly thank Hunter for wearing the microphone for us today. They don't have to, but did. And to follow up on his point that it's a tough place to make your debut, Adam is just the 5th Cardinal since 1960 to make his big league debut against the Cubs here at Wrigley. P.J. Walters did it last year. And mom and dad have to be pleased with the effort that they saw from their son here today. 1 ball 1 strike on Marlon Byrd. And now ball 2, 2-1.
We have been checking out John and Eve Ottavino and in between innings, and they have been receiving emails. You can imagine all the folks from Brooklyn, New York, which is Adam's hometown, how many have called and told them that they were on television.
And this game is on in New York.
And an umpire talking about it. Yep.
So you know they're watching back in Brooklyn. But Ottavino and the Cardinals on the short end of a 4-0 game, and now Byrd is jammed. Freeze makes the play. Wide throw, but out. As Pujols tap dances across the bag. We go to the 8th at Wrigley. 4-0. Cubs on top.
Hi, I'm Ellen. Here's what I can do with 4G from Sprint. I'm using my 4G mobile broadband card to download the multimedia client presentation my associate, Dave, here was supposed to bring. And while that's happening, Dave will attempt to explain to our boss why he left the one thing he was responsible for back at the office. Okay, got it. What can you do with 4G?
Get a free 3G, 4G card from Sprint. It's more than a wireless network. It's a wireless revolution.
Coppertone Sport outshines. It protects you from the most damaging rays across 100% of the UVA UVB spectrum, and the protection stays on better because it's ultra sweat-proof. Coppertone Sport outshines so you can enjoy the sun.
Wow. It's even bigger than I thought.
Welcome to Progressive.
Do you guys insure Airstreams?
Yep. Everything from travel trailers to mega motorhomes. And when your RV is covered, so is your pet.
Perfect. Who wants a picture with Flo?
I do.
Do you mind?
Gotta make sure this is hot. Oh. Ah. Okay. Everybody say awkward.
Protecting your family fun. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
When things don't go your way, don't let it get you down. Look at me. I lost my ambassador's suit. But I'm not moping around. No, man. I'm keeping it light. With new red striped light. Red light beer.
No matter what life throws at you, you can take the heat till it turns into heartburn. You've got what it takes. Zantac. It's strong, fast, lasting relief. So let them turn up the heat. You can stop that heartburn cold. Zantac.
Okay, if you're one of those round-the-clock, we-never-close, 24/7 types who doesn't get paid until the job gets done, the last thing you need is a truck that doesn't have the stones to bring home the Benjamins. No problem. Introducing the all-new 2011 Super Duty. Thanks to its all-new Ford-built Power Stroke diesel, you get it all. The most horsepower, the most torque, the most payload, the most towing, and the best fuel economy. It's payday. The all-new Super Duty.
Well, a pitching change for Chicago. Carlos Silva could not have been any better. 7 innings, no runs, 2 hits, no walks, 11 strikeouts. By far his best start. Set a career high for strikeouts, and he was in complete control. The only guy to get him was Holiday with 2 hits. And here's David Freese against Sean Marshall. Ball 1. 100 pitches on the nose for Carlos Silva. Freeze grounds to third. Backing up is Fontenot. Makes the play, 1 out. Time now for the Just for Men Keep Your Edge spotlight. And of course it's Silva. Just the 2 hits, 11 strikeouts, no walks. Just as Silva gives the Cubs the edge today, you too can keep your edge with Just for Men mustache and beard. So he's on his way unless the bullpen blows it to a 7-0 start. After going 5-18 over the last 2 years with Seattle.
Really a remarkable turnaround by Carlos Silva, and the chances of the Cub bullpen blowing it with Marshall and Marmol out there, the M&M guys.
Here's a base hit into left field off the bat of Molina.
Going to say the chances are slim that they will blow it, because lately, particularly Marshall and Marmol, they have been close to perfect.
Well, Brendan Ryan is coming up to pinch hit. Hawksworth is getting ready for the Cards in their pen, and Carlos Zambrano is getting ready for Chicago. Zambrano pitched yesterday. He's on his way back to the rotation. This is the last day he's available out of the pen. Boggs is finished as Ryan hits for him. Mitchell went an inning and a third, 2 strikeouts, a walk. No hits. Strike 1 to Brendan Ryan. They're the games next week on Fox Saturday Baseball, including the Tampa Bay Rays at the first place Texas Rangers. Good matchup there. Brendan Ryan had a 4-hit day on Thursday, but he has really struggled with the bat. After showing a lot last season, very good with the glove is Nick Stavanoa is in the on-deck circle. So it's Schumacher being lifted for Ryan. Stavanoa will hit for Boggs. That's strike 2 on Brendan Ryan. Schumacher was 0 for 2, reached on an error. His last time up, committed an error in the field. Ryan trying to get something going for the Cardinals. 1 on, 1 out. And a foul out of play off to the right. One ball, 2 strikes, Brendan Ryan. With Molina at first, and a grounder foul.
Yeah, that curveball from Marshall is so good. He starts it in the middle of the plate, comes in off the plate, and the only way to put it in play is in foul territory. He gets a lot of foul balls from right-handed batters in foul territory down the third baseline.
One ball, 2 strikes, still the count. Brendan Ryan trying to fight his way on base. And he floats one into shallow center. That ball might drop. Terrio out, can't get there. Going first to third is Yadier Molina, and the Cardinals have something going in the 8th. A pinch hit, base hit by Brendan Ryan.
Excuse me, Joe. Very, very good base running by Molina. He read it right off the bat, knowing that there's no way for Terrio to get to that ball. And with 1 out, ends up on third base.
So now Nick Stavanoa will come off the bench, and it appears that Zambrano will come out of the bullpen. So Sean Marshall gives up a base hit to Molina, a flare base hit to Brendan Ryan. And with Stavanoa announced as the pinch hitter, Marshall is gone, and Carlos Zambrano, former starter, future starter, is coming out of the bullpen for the Cubs.
With 4G from Sprint, I can download files up to 10 times faster than 3G. Outside. I can stream the movie Airplane to my cell phone. At the airport. I can have a crystal clear video conference with my clients.
Muffin basket or something.
While working off-site. Or share 5 high-speed connections for online gaming while enjoying the great outdoors.
Eat it, Yoshi!
What can you do with 4G? Experience 4G from Sprint. It's more than a wireless network. It's a wireless revolution.
Coppertone Sport outshines. It protects you from the most damaging rays across 100% of the UVA-UVB spectrum, and the protection stays on better because it's ultra sweat-proof. Coppertone Sport outshines, so you can enjoy the sun.
I went into one of those dollar stores the other day to buy a pencil, and guess how much it cost? $2. I'm no math whiz, but it seems to me the money doesn't go as far as it used to. With Denny's new 2, 4, 6, 8 value menu, you can get 16 different meals for $2, $4, $6, and $8 any time of day.
What most call innovation, we call common sense. Meet the new generation of Craftsman hand tools. The pivoting elbow wrench, tackling tight spaces. The ratcheting open-end wrench, fastening with ease. The cross-force wrench, creating greater torque. All guaranteed for life. Craftsman, trust in your hands.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me.
For giving us.
The chance to play, to learn,
To grow. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the ability, the skills,
The power to grow up and be.
whatever, anything, everything. I want to be.
And everything I am today.
RBI stands for Reviving Baseball in Inner Cities. But to its thousands of participants across the country, it's so much more than baseball. This is beyond opportunity. This is beyond baseball.
Well, here is Carlos Zambrano, who is in year 3 of a 5-year, $91 million deal. They took him out of the rotation. It was the opening day starter, got knocked around by the Braves. It's when Hayward made his debut and hit a home run against him. Came in a lot slimmer than he was in years past. He struggled in the bullpen early, and then when word came that he was going to go back to the rotation, he started to pick it up and actually pitch better out of the pen. He'll become a starter beginning of next week. Nick Stavanoa up there ready to swing, strike 1. Zambrano, they took him out of the rotation. Theoretically, he would be a nice weapon to have setting up Marmol, but I think he has made his feelings known that he wants to be a starter, and the Cubs are acquiescing and putting him back in the rotation.
I think he's more valuable as a starter, and I think putting him in as an 8th inning specialist.
Here's a ground ball to short. Castro a flip for the out. Over to first. Got them both.
How about that? I was just going to say, making him an 8th inning specialist was the wrong move. Not today.
Not today. 2 hits. Zambrano gets a double play ball. Bottom of the 8th inning. Big Z pumped up 4-0 Chicago.
Got to measure twice.
Hey, what's up? It's your TV. I unplugged your cable to show you something that'll blow your mind. DirecTV. With DirecTV, you can watch all your games at once. Watch basketball, hockey, tennis, whatever, all at the same time. 8 screens on your TV. It's like being at a sports bar, but you're not. You're on the couch, at home, in your tighties. Nice. Give them a call and check out that deal. DirecTV. It'll change your life.
Winning more awards for quality and customer service than any other luxury manufacturer in the last 10 years says something. Yet the award we value most is the fact that Lexus has had more repeat loyal drivers in more of the last 10 years than any other luxury automotive brand. To express our thanks, we are featuring our best values of the year, giving you unprecedented access to Lexus at your Lexus dealer.
What most call innovation, we call common sense. Meet the new generation of Craftsman hand tools. The pivoting elbow wrench, tackling tight spaces. The ratcheting open-end wrench, fastening with ease. The cross-force wrench, creating greater torque. All guaranteed for life. Craftsman, trust in your hands. After using Rogaine for a while, I went to my stylist and she said hair was growing back. I was like, yes, this works.
Only Rogaine is proven to regrow hair in 85% of guys.
And that's it.
Stop losing, start gaining.
I went into one of those dollar stores the other day to buy a pencil, and guess how much it cost? $2. I'm no math whiz, but it seems to me the money doesn't go as far as it used to. With Denny's new 2, 4, 6, 8 value menu, you can get 16 different meals for $2, $4, $6, and $8 any time of day.
It's 4-0 Chicago. We are in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Blake Hawksworth will take over after Boggs relieved Ottavino. Hawksworth now in the 8th. Bottom part of the order coming up, starting with Fontenot, then Castro, then Coy Hill. Good job by Zambrano coming out of the bullpen, getting the double play ball, staying away from the top of the lineup of St. Louis. And it's still 4-0. So Hawksworth to work and a strike. Blake was sidelined with a groin strain. Slowed down at the end of the last homestand, but he's back. Hard throwing right-hander. 3 of the younger right-handers that the Cardinals are proud of in their system coming up. Felipe Lopez has moved to second base, and Brendan Ryan, very talented glove man at short. Got a pinch hit, base hit in the top of this 8th. Fontenot gets a piece. It's still 0-2. Hawksworth, Boggs, and Ottavino, all system guys that have come up and pitched here today at Wrigley.
Speaking of a system guy, Carlos Marmol continues to throw in the Cub bullpen, and if you have a guy as valuable as he, you're going to sit him down in a non-save situation.
Here's Fontenot being hit by a pitch. It got away up and in from Hawksworth, and down to first he goes.
See Lou Piniella looking concerned. This ball very, very close to the head. Looked like it hit Mike on the right bicep. He appears to be all right. And that was close.
Yeah, that was dangerous.
Yes, it was.
Here's Starlin Castro. And there's a base hit into right. Castro has a 2-hit day. And for Starlin, he was hitless in 17 at bats before a 7th inning single yesterday, and now the 20-year-old. This should make everybody watching the game, at least most, feel old. A guy who was born in the 90s playing at the big league level gets a base hit to right, and he's 2 for 4. And it's 2 on with nobody out for Coy Hill.
You may see a bunt right here as the Cubs try to add on. Nope.
Hawksworth took something off the pitch. Strike 1. On deck is Tyler Colvin, who's been so good. The 24-year-old rookie. Very good off the bench. Hit a pinch hit home run here yesterday. Right now it's Coy Hill, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. And time called by Molina. Actually asked for by Molina, granted by Wendelstedt. A hit batsman, a base hit. There's the bunt in the air, and a diving try by Hawksworth doesn't make the catch. Throw down to second. Everybody's safe. And the bases are loaded with nobody out.
There were 2 guys that were fooled on this play. One guy was Hawksworth, the pitcher, who thought he had a shot at catching the ball in the air. The other was Brendan Ryan at shortstop, who thought he had no play, and there was a play. He's off the bag at short. Had he been on, perhaps Molina's throw beat him.
And now Hawksworth is checked. I just talked about his groin strain. Here's the near catch. He rolled over that left arm and that left shoulder.
And the ball.
A visit from Barry Weinberg, the trainer, but he appears to be okay.
You could see the runner at first base, Starlin Castro. Hawksworth having the wherewithal to hand the ball to Molina. Molina threw the ball to shortstop Brendan Ryan, who wasn't on the bag. What an odd play that was. I would imagine a sacrifice. It might have been a base hit.
It is a base hit.
Yeah, I guess so.
Here's Tyler Colvin. You can hear the ovation for him. Cub fans are starting to really like this guy. Off the end of the bat, Hawksworth comes home for one, throw to first, no double play, and the bases are loaded, one out. So the force out at the plate. And it's up to Fukudome.
Well, the force out of the plate, the throw should have been to the first base side, but it was the third base side, not allowing Molina to make the transfer easily. Had he done that and thrown the ball hard toward home, perhaps you get the double play.
Brings in Fukudome, who's walked 3 times, struck out in his first at bat. Bases loaded, one away. And a ball inside. And despite all this, and with no save situation coming in the ninth, Marmol's still up. Two and 0.
Here's that play from Hawksworth. Watch the throw. It's toward the third base side. And Molina, because he had to reach toward the third base side, can't make the transfer in time to get Colvin at first base.
Here's a 2-0 pitch to Fukudome. Off the end of the bat, 2-1. Kosuke started the day at 304. He's hit 6 home runs. He's been a fast starter in his time with the Cubs, but he has tapered off each year in the second half.
Remember, he was the all-star starter in center field 2 years ago. Last all-star game played at Yankee Stadium.
That's well wide, in the count 3-1.
Major league hitters salivate in these situations, knowing a pitcher's got to come right in there with the bases loaded.
Second time Fukudome's been in this spot. Last time he walked. And Hawksworth steps off. That was against Boggs. Ottavino went 5 2/3. Boggs an inning and a third. Now Hawksworth. First inning right into trouble. 3-1 pitch. Fly ball into center, pretty well hit. Sends Rasmus back. Tagging from third and scoring is Castro, and it's 5-0 Chicago. Fox Saturday Baseball, presented by Budweiser, is sponsored by DirecTV for the most sports, period. By Sears Blue Lawn and Garden Crew. And by Lexus. Unprecedented access means unprecedented values now through June 1st. So Fukudome drives home his 23rd run of the season. Second of the day, and here's a strike to Terrio. It's 5-0 Cubs as we play here in the bottom of the 8th. The 0-1 to Terrio. Late swing and a foul. Strike 2. Terrio hitless on the day. Good matchup tomorrow with Wainwright and Dempster. Dempster coming off a 3-0 win Tuesday over the Dodgers. Snapped a personal 4-game losing streak, and Wainwright off a loss, but an impressive performance in San Diego. 0-2 pitch is popped up. Foul ball. Molina gives it a look. Is there a play? No.
Wrigley Field wind took care of that foul ball.
And there's not a ton of room back there anyway.
That ball in the direction of, not broke in 1959 here, Joe. Wrigley Field. Pat Piper was not only the PA announcer, but he kept the balls also, and he'd run them out to the umpire and was the public address announcer.
Here's the 0-2. Down and away. Terrio checked his swing, ball one.
I think Pat Piper was here for about 70 years. And he had his little booth right in that area where Yadier Molina just ran. And the older folks in the audience will remember Pat Piper. What a dear man he was.
Here's a 1-2 pitch, first and third, 2 out. Hawksworth deals and a foul out of play.
It announced the lineups and it'd say, "Tension, tension, please." Starting lineups today.
Did it all.
He did it all. He could do it all.
1 ball, 2 strikes. First and third, 2 out. And a ground ball left side for David Freese. Bad bounce. Makes the play, but pulls Pujols off the bag. He was able to stay on for the out. Just long enough. It's 5-0 Cubs as we go to the 9th at Wrigley.
Can a smartphone augment your reality? Can it see through walls? Locate restaurants and shops through your phone's viewfinder? Droid can with Layer, one of thousands of apps that run simultaneously with others from the ever-expanding Android market. When there's no limit to what Droid gets, there's no limit to what Droid does.
Right now, buy one Droid by Motorola and get a second one free. Only from Verizon.
Roundup Extended Control does 2 jobs at once. 1. Kills weeds to the root. 2. Forms a barrier, preventing new ones for up to 4 months. Roundup Extended Control.
Refreshingly new Limeade Sparklers from Taco Bell. A real lime wedge. Splash of real lime juice blended with cool, crisp lemon lime soda. All adds up to with a twist. Get a coupon for a free Limeade at TacoBell.com.
When you buy a car, what are you really buying? A shiny coat of paint? A list of features? What about the strength of the steel, the integrity of its design, or how it responds in extreme situations? The deeper you look, the more you see the real differences, and the more you understand what it means to own a Mercedes-Benz. The C-Class. See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for exceptional offers through Mercedes-Benz Financial.
I like your messy hair. I like the clothes you wear. I like the way you sing. And when you dance with me, you always make me smile. Don't know why.
We believe you're at your best when you can truly be yourself. And at Holiday Inn, you always can. Holiday Inn. Stay you.
The dance auditions hit LA and Chicago with the most hip-shaking, head-aching, breathtaking,
You look great.
dance episode ever. So you think you can dance? All new 2-hour event, Wednesday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Well, the seagulls are flying around the ballpark. Be a good place if you wanted to be a fat seagull, because there's plenty to eat. Here's Felipe Lopez, top of the lineup for St. Louis, and Jeff Stevens takes over. So it is not Marmol, it's Stevens. Nice job by Zambrano. Came in, got the double play ball off the bat of Stavanoa. 0 for 3 is Felipe Lopez, and he takes strike 2. Scub bullpen had to figure itself out. Roles had to be figured out early in the season. Almost a completely new cast from a year ago down there. And it's going to change at the beginning of the week, as we talked about, with Andrew Kashner or Jay Jackson, 2 prospects, 2 hard throwers that are pitching well at AAA Iowa. Could be part of the overhaul and the change when Zambrano goes back to the rotation. There's ball 2, 2-2. Borzolani is dropped into the bullpen. That would give them 4 left-handers in their bullpen, which would be too much. Here's a 2-2. Lopez took strike 3 over the outside corner, 1 away. Time now for a DirecTV game break. The only way to watch every MLB game in HD. Call 1-800-DIRECTV. We take you to Yankee Stadium. The Indians were way down, and then it was a 10-9 game becoming an 11-10 game, becoming a 12-10 game, becoming a 12-11 final, 13-11 final. The only way to watch every MLB game in HD, call 1-800-DIRECTV. That was a game that the Yankees, Tim, had Sabathia on the mound. They score 11 runs, and they walk away from the ballpark with a loss, thanks in large part to a 7-run 7th inning put up by the Indians.
Game sounded like an auction. Give me a 10, give me 11. Do I hear 11? Do I hear 12? 13 it is.
Got up to 13.
Sold.
Kind of butchered that highlight, but it's about as good as I can do. Jason Donald was the first guy who had a 2 RBI double. Then Matt Laporta and Marson scored. And Trevor Crowe, you saw his single to right off Jabba Chamberlain. Chamberlain struggled, and he's been really good or really poor here at the early part of 2010.
Yankees 3.5 games behind Tampa Bay, who play later on tonight in Toronto. So they're 4 back as we speak. But normally, you're right. I mean, you get CC Sabathia 11 runs, and you expect to win.
Count's gone to 3-1 on Ludwig after the strikeout of Lopez. Stevens brings it, and it's a strike to keep Ludwig at the plate. Full count.
I said Toronto, the Tampa Bay Rays play the White Sox tonight, the Southsiders.
Here's a 3-2 and a grounder hard hit to third right at Fontenot. His throw across is perfect. 2 out. Congratulations to these winners. James, Thomas, TL. For winning today's MLB on Fox. Tune in to win. Visit foxsports.com/tune-in to see your results. If you missed this week's game, make sure to play next week. Cubs looked at this series coming in. They saw Carpenter pitching Friday. They saw Wainwright pitching Sunday, and a rookie getting the ball today. They needed a victory, and they are 1 out away from it, thanks in large part to the pitching of Carlos Silva, who will go to 7-0 as Stevens misses with ball 2, 2-0. That's provided Stevens or somebody else gets one more out before the Cardinals can come up with 5. Here's a 2-0 pitch outside. 3-0 with Holiday on deck. Holiday with a 2-hit day, and he will bat one more time. Walk keeps the game alive for the Cardinal cleanup hitter. Our Lexus Hybrid's game-changing player is changed into the Lexus Hybrid game-changing plays with the defensive gems that the Cubs have put on display here today. Starlin Castro made that play on a ball that was hit like a rocket off the bat of Albert Pujols. Here's a pitch up and in, ball 1. 1-0 to Matt Holliday, who singled in the 2nd, grounded out in the 4th, doubled in the 7th. The only extra base hit today was St. Louis. A visit from Larry Rothschild, the pitching coach. Here are the game-changing plays brought to you by Lexus Hybrids. The diving catch by Marlon Byrd early in center. The play by Starlin Castro on a ball hit to his left. Good dig by Derek Lee on the other end of it. And the young shortstop also has 2 hits and an error on the afternoon. Stevens got a quick visit after missing with ball 1 to Holiday, which followed the 2-out walk to Albert Pujols. Closed stance of Holiday, and that misses 2-0. And that means that Marmol is going to get up again. There's a strike. 2-1. Just about everybody remains here at Wrigley Field. And this is the beginning of a fun sports day in this great city with the Blackhawks and Flyers playing tonight. There's strike two.
Now, the reason a lot of the people stay here, regardless of the score, is to hear the Cubs song after the game. It's the best song in the major leagues. And they all know the words to it, too.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Stevens trying to end it. Here it is. Another foul. Blackhawks in the Stanley Cup Finals beginning tonight. It's game 1 and their first trip to the finals in 18 years, and trying to win their first cup since 1961. Bobby Hull and Stan Mikita. The Flyers, what a run they've had. Here's a little fly ball into right. Fukudome ends it.
Now spin that record.
And the Cubs win it 5-0 over their rival, the St. Louis Cardinals. They are headed into the bottom of the 9th inning with Seattle and the Angels playing in Anaheim. Kenny Albert and Eric Karros will be along. There it is. 5-0. Cubs win it.
A woman is diagnosed with breast cancer every 3 minutes.
The Breast Cancer Research Foundation improves prevention and treatment by funding the top researchers around the world.
Fox Sports asks you to join our team to help strike out breast cancer. Please visit bcrfcure.org for more information.
Support the Breast Cancer Research Foundation today to save lives tomorrow.
When is feeling blue good? When you trade at Ford, you'll get 120% of our Kelley Blue Book trade-in value. 120% means you get the most for your trade on the hottest Fords, like the Fusion, Edge, or how about the Shelby, at doll prices. Where in new or used, nobody beats a doll trade. So start feeling blue and go to Ford, where blue turns into green. Nobody beats a doll deal and nobody beats a doll trade.
866-579-0253. The Doll Difference.
The John Deere Green Tag Event. We tag it so you can cut it, dig it, and haul it. Just don't miss it. The best deals of the season end soon. And there's only one place to find them. So visit your John Deere dealer today.
Deere season is going on now. Get great deals on legendary John Deere equipment, as well as great service for all your equipment. Stop by our dealership today.
We welcome those of you who have just joined us, and we are headed for extra innings in Anaheim with the Mariners and the Angels tied at 1. There's Felix Hernandez, the Seattle starter, pitched into the 9th. 1-1 the score.
Getting a bartender's attention is an art form where boldness is rewarded and the meek go thirsty. The waving of cash is considered unimaginative. There's the Vegas hit me, the charade technique, the prairie dog, the periscope, the third base coach. Some resort to phoning the bar, which has been known to backfire. But whatever your technique, tip well and enjoy the beer that starts with full flavor and ends with a crisp, clean finish. It's what we do. Budweiser.
So rich.
Hola, amigo. It's me, your TV. Just pulled the plug on your cable to show you something sweet. With DirecTV, get a DVR that stores twice as many shows as cable. So load it up. Sports, soaps, absolutely. Reality show marathon, not my thing, but cool. Lots of movies, why not? You got the room. Stop limiting yourself. Give them a call and check out that deal. DirecTV, it'll change your life.
12 summers of boat hauling, 63 miles of commuting daily. For any extreme from the road to the racetrack, nothing beats Mobil 1. The choice of over half of all NASCAR teams. So put some NASCAR in your car. Mobil 1.
Everyone deserves a car they can count on. A car that keeps going when others might quit. A car that stands strong when you need it most and expects to handle the unexpected. At Chevrolet, we created a team of Red X engineers who are obsessed with quality. Red X torture tests every car down to the smallest detail. Because everyone deserves excellence.
Superior drinkability, ultimate refreshment, a splash of 100% natural lime flavor. One taste and you'll find the summer state of mind. Bud Light Lime.
NASCAR takes Charlotte by storm. Feuding teammates Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch look to settle the score.
Somebody better keep me away from Denny Hamlin. I had this race won.
But Jimmy Johnson aims to get back on track and tame the beast of the Southeast. The Coca-Cola 600, live from Charlotte, tomorrow on Fox. Next week on Fox Saturday Baseball. It's a showdown in Texas as Longoria leads the Rays against the Rangers. Or we're off to New York, where Wright and the Mets face the Marlins. And in St. Louis, Pujols and the Cardinals take on the Brewers. Fox Saturday Baseball, next week, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific.
It's a 5-0 Chicago Cubs win over the St. Louis Cardinals. Silva outstanding. Now a record of 7-0. Ottavino in his major league debut suffers the loss. Just a dazzling day here in Chicago. Crystal clear blue sky, Wrigley Field, and the hometown team won it 5-0. Silva was absolutely magnificent.
He put a clinic on about how to pitch in the big leagues.
He ended up with 11 strikeouts. He went 7 strong. He allowed only a couple of hits. Matt Holliday got him twice, and we talked about the good action in that sinker. Really kept it in under the hands of the right-handed power of the Cardinals, and he moved it all around all day long.
No question about it. Good off-speed stuff. Got a lot of mileage out of that changeup, and very, very effective against left-handed hitters, and he's been that way all year.
And as you look at Silva's day, offensively, the Cubs got a really good afternoon with their lineup. Base hits, something that Lou Piniella talked about with us before the game, saying that they're not stringing together hits. They've been a fly ball type hitting team. The wind has been blowing in. It was blowing in today. Well, they gave enough to support Carlos Silva, who moments ago was standing by with Ken Rosenthal.
Thanks, Joe. Carlos, 11 strikeouts today, a career high. You're not normally a high strikeout pitcher. How did you do it today?
Well, I was like, I was trying to pitch my game, and try to make every single pitch that he'll call, That was my focus today. Whatever he called, try to concentrate in each pitch.
5-18 the last 2 years with Seattle. You have a chance to go 7-0 today with the Cubs. What has been the difference?
Well, it's like I feel very comfortable since I got here, not only because I have a good record or because I'm pitching good, it's like these people in here, have a lot of respect for me, and they make me feel very comfortable, since I came to the Cup Fest, since that day, I don't even start pitching, and I feel like I see a lot of different things, a lot of positive things, a lot of good energies,
The day the trade was made, what did you expect here in Chicago?
Well, to be honest, I was very happy. I was very happy about the trade. One, because I come in, new team, new star, and the second, to be honest, just to be with my good friend Zambrano. I know him for a long time, and he's one of the, I think, the biggest supporting here in the team. He teach me a lot of stuff, and I enjoy being with him.
Carlos, thank you very much. Joe, back to you.
Well, then we thank Carlos Silva for stopping by to talk to Ken Rosenthal. And if you talk about this offense, Lou Piniella said, as I said before, we're a fly ball hitting team. Wind's been blowing in, and they came up today with base hits with runners in scoring position.
And he rested Aramis Ramirez at the right time because Mike Fontenot had 2 straight triples. You don't see that too often from anybody.
Yeah, he plugged the gap in right center field in his first 2 at-bats, and you can't tell a difference from one to the next. Hit the same leaf out in right center field in the ivy, and he ended up with a couple of triples and really chipped in with this offense And so when you do that and you hit back-to-back triples, then all of a sudden you get an opportunity of a lifetime to stand outside your dugout and talk to Ken Rosenthal.
Thanks, Joe. We're here with Mike Fontenot. Mike, ever have back-to-back triples in the game?
Not that I can remember. You know, some of the guys said they don't know how many times they have 2 triples in a season, but I don't know. It's kind of weird, you know. Told somebody I have to do some cardio, you know, before if I'm going to do that.
What about Silva today? What made him so good?
He was good. He was really spotting his pitches, really effectively using his changeup. You know, he's getting a lot of, you know, that. So, I mean, it's been outstanding this season. It's definitely good to have him doing so well with us.
Mike, thanks a lot. Joe, back to you.
All right, Kenny, thank you. Well, we will continue to watch the birds fly around in circles and hunt for trash, and Tim and I are going to look at each other during this break and come up with something else to talk about on the other side after this 5-0 Cubs win.
All right, Chicago, how about them Chicago Blackhawks? Good luck, guys. We're all pulling for you. Let's go tonight, game 1, big winner.
Hey, Hawks, good luck this Stanley Cup Finals. You had a great season, a lot of fun to watch, and we're all pulling for you here at Wrigley.
Growing my playoff beard for you guys. Good luck in the playoffs.
シカゴブラックホークスの勝利を願っています。
And that was Kosuke saying good luck to the Blackhawks in the Stanley Cup Finals. And as you look at the Cubs, their last World Series championship, 1908, longest drought in baseball history. Blackhawks' last Stanley Cup was in 1961, longest drought in the NHL. But you've come to the right place for hockey analysis. And when you talk about a young Chicago Blackhawks team now adding some free agents this past offseason against a Flyers team that had to win in a shootout over the Rangers just to get into the playoffs and then come back from a 3-0 deficit to beat Boston, and now here they are in the finals. Tim, why don't you break it down and tell everybody all that you know about this upcoming series?
What you have just heard is a play-by-play announcer doing the analysis of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
And there you go. That's our, we're looking. That's their little TV over there.
Yeah.
We're looking at the Jordan statue with the Blackhawks jersey on it. That happens tonight in this city, as if this city needs more to do, as if this city needs more reason to have fun. But they have that tonight as the Blackhawks will take on the Flyers, game 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. I am absolutely on empty. I've got nothing left to say. Are we finished yet, Pete? Yeah, there you go. Final score, 5-0. The Cubs win it. And tonight on Fox, Cops at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, followed by America's Most Wanted. Tomorrow, NASCAR Sprint Cup Series racing returns. The Coca-Cola 600 comes to you from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Coverage begins at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific. MLB on Fox continues next Saturday at 4 Eastern. Check your local listings for the game in your area. Promotional consideration paid for by the following. So for our producer, Pete Macheska, our director, Bill Webb, our associate producer, Brian Biederman, our technical director, Jonathan Evans, Steve Horn, our editorial consultant, Christine Charbonneau, our stage manager, everybody else here at Wrigley Field, we thank them. Ken Rosenthal and Tim McCarver, I'm Joe Buck. So long from Wrigley Field. It was all pitching today for the Cubs. Silva was outstanding. He's 7-0 in his first season here on the north side. That's it from all of us. Goodbye from Wrigley.
We're in Texas as the Rays battle the Rangers. Fox Saturday Baseball, presented by Chevy. Next week, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. Fox Soccer Channel. The Big Ten Network. Speed. Fuel TV. FSN. And Fox Sports. The greatest collection of sports networks in the world.